everyone, welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping and friends. Alrighty, so Courtney stepped away for a second. So yeah, we're hopefully I sent some of the links out. I'm going to be dropping the link here for some of those in the side chat to come on up here in a minute or so. But first,
I didn't slip away. I'm just not showing my face because I look like crap.
You do not look like Hillary Clinton.
I've been chopping vegetables and drying stuff all night. I'm like, I'm not showing my face, but I'll come up here and support.
All righty. Okay. So, all right. So first of all, let me switch over to the comment and say hi to everybody. Gear Grinding 19 was the first one in. And then Shadow Scout Swede came in, followed by Chipper 66. And they were chit-chatting back and forth there. And then Courtney came in and said hi to them. Brenda is Duncan 1900 Homestead in here. Hey, Brenda. And then Barry came in, Storms, Radios, and Cats. And let's see what else we got going here. Everyone's chit-chatting. Where to begin? Homestead. How's it going? Tibor is in the house. And catch up down near the bottom. I think I got everybody. Okay. All righty. So, as usual, I want to start with some news. But the news is going to be from, let me get it right, California. I finally found the new state flag for California. California. Alrighty, so now let me bring up the my list here. Okay, I only got a couple of news articles that are worth mentioning here. And the first one is 550 California bills on the great nuisance's desk to sign. 550 useless bills of idiots trying to justify their election saying, oh, I created this bill. We didn't need it, but I created it. All right, 550 bills to be signed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and that's just what's sitting there now. There are more coming down the pike, and he's already signed a friggin' boatload. And one of the ones he already signed.
Does he just sign them, even though he doesn't know what they are? He's just signing.
He knows what they are. They talk to him about, oh, this is what it's for, blah, 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 and ignore the pork barrel we have in there. You'll get your cut.
Nice.
Now, the only one that could be claimed to be beneficial was California to mandate employers disclose pay scale ranges. And then they dug in a little bit deeper, and it's like, if I forget how many employees. If a place has more, I think it's more than 10 employees, they have to disclose everyone's pay, not just the scale, how much each person's being made. So, if you're working for a company and they're paying you X amount, and this other person comes in and they pay him a lot more, guess what? And you find out about it now in this new bill, they have to back pay. You can take them to court and they have to back pay you the difference. And raise your rate up to that person's rate, and or drop them down and pay you the difference for the time that he was making more or she was making more than you. So that's going to level the playing field a lot and get rid of a lot of stuff. And of course, California had the biggest, stupidest thing on the 28th. There's going to be some people that are going to lose their jobs for this. And this is a sore spot with me. When I went through the police academy, there were 3 of us that had Smith & Wesson revolvers, 8 3/8 inch barrels. We took first, second, and third at the end of the academy at the pistol competition. Everyone else that had these 3.5 and 4-inch barreled semi-automatics couldn't hit the broadside of a barn and barely passed qualification. Here's the headline. Murder suspect and teen killed in shootout. Murder suspect had killed his wife, taken his 15-year-old daughter, and fled, got in a gunfight with the police, and both he and his daughter got killed. I haven't found out exactly how many shots were fired yet, but it's remnants of another one which I remember from years back, where 15 officers cornered this guy, and he just started shooting at them all, and so they just all shot back. Over 80 rounds were fired at the guy.
Wow.
He was hit 3 times by the same officer. Only one officer out of that group of 15 hit the suspect. And he only fired 4 shots. Yeah. I see all these, these TV shows and movie stuff where you got the cop out there, like, Riggs out there, and Murtaugh, boom, get it. Yeah. Well, those guys, even in the shows, those guys spent a lot of time at the gun range. Most cops spend only the minimum requirement to qualify. And I froze. Okay, here's one that has stirred up a lot of comments today. It came out today at 2:00 Mountain Time. California unused strip malls, box stores to become affordable housing. You know what a strip mall is? It's outdoor. It's like a group of stores in an outdoor setting. There's no indoor mall setting. It's outdoor. It's right. Okay. If they're unused, they are passing legislation signed Wednesday that allow for vacant and underused buildings to become housing. Think about that for a minute. Okay. And what really friggin' pissed me off, was his a nuisance audacity to say this. This is a moment on the journey to reconcile the original sin of the state of California, and that's the issue of housing and affordability. We need to be a little more accountable in this crisis of affordability. Bullshit. Pardon my French.
Oui.
All right. The only original sin in the state of California is what the Democratic Party has done to the working class. Taking all their taxes and giving it to people who are too lazy to work or too self-entitled to think they have to work.
Right.
And what's interesting is, and I was surprised on this, down at the bottom has all these, there's like 22 replies. And there's only a couple of them that were interested in it. I'm intrigued by the idea. And there's the ones that the high cost drove me out of California, that and some other stuff, lady. But, and then there was a bunch of different comments and stuff, but the majority of them were just slamming him. Come on, show me. It's not want to show me it's hiding all the good ones now. It's only showing the left-wing comments now. But people are saying, we're talking about how the Pelosi's are buying up a lot of these places so they can rent them out and get government tax money for it. And all these other stuff that just, it was just the vast majority. There's only showing three of them here that are in favor of it. When I last checked, when I made a comment on there were like 18 of them that were against it. Totally. All right, let's see. Idaho Garden Girl has rolled in. CR, Creative Redundancy. Robert, Homestead Aquarius. Anybody else here slide on in here while I was chatting away, getting frustrated with with California.
Hey, Chipper. Hello, Chipper.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, yeah. So the problem is, and like someone said, oh yeah, you may turn these into affordable housing. These people are gonna trash it immediately. Duh, that's what's going on already with state housing here.
That's what they do everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, even Section 8 housing, like, it's always torn apart. It's always messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let me go back here, get rid of that one off my plate. And this is one that's going to tick a lot of people off. Listen to these numbers. 80 California billionaires makes Forbes 400 list of super rich. So there are 400 of the super rich, and of that 400, 1/5 of them are in California. Hey, Glenn, how's it going?
Hello, Bob.
Bob's here. All right. So that was the last news story here that I had from California. And let me see. Hang on. Let me get this back up here. I got to end it right. Got to end it right here. And that's the news from California. Beware, because as California goes, so goes the rest of the nation.
I love the sickle and the hammer there. It's great.
Yeah. What I wanted to do, I found another hand. Let me go back to this. So what I wanted is the one that has the top half like this and the bottom half that says People's Republic of California. But they only have just a star and out of the stuff, that one there. Barry says has become a nuclear country and is throwing threats around.
Again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And here's what's funny. Oh, we have one. We can launch it maybe to the United States. And I like, it wasn't, it's the Hispanic, Carlos Mencia. Carlos Mencia's reply. You have some? You might use them? We have a lot of them. We did use them. Just go check out that guy in Japan that has 3 nuts.
We didn't have all these threats and wars and people threatening us and stuff when Trump was in office. You never saw this.
They all backed down and hid because I knew, hey, here's someone who knows how to push the button to make money at it.
Now we got Poopy Pants in office and everybody wants a piece of the pie or something like that.
All right, so let me go ahead here and drop the link for Bob and Barry and anyone else that Robert or anybody else that wants to come on up here. Shadow Scout Swede. There's the link, and we're going to open it up to what you guys go. But while you guys are deciding to come up here, Glenn, give us an update.
Well, Ian finally moved offshore today. As far as damage on the west coast of Florida goes, it's very extensive. The flooding was extremely bad. Something like 1,100 people have been rescued so far today. Property damage is quite severe. A lot of people didn't take it seriously and found themselves in high water situations. There have been a lot of people that have been trapped in their home. A lot like it was with Katrina, where people didn't leave. Basically, just south of Sarasota, southwest Florida is completely annihilated. It'll have anybody even slightly close to the ocean. Sanibel went completely underwater. Their causeway has been completely annihilated. It's a chain of islands now. The main bridges going across it are completely gone, and those were designed to be able to take this type of storm. A lot of roadways running along the coast have been washed out. In general, it's pretty bad over there.
Yeah.
You get into the Orlando area and the heart of Central Florida, there's a lot of power outages. There's a lot of downed trees. But for the most part, property damage is pretty minimal in that area. The eye of the storm actually ended up going right over Cocoa. There's a little bit of damage there. There's not a lot in my area. I'm pretty close to Cocoa. We were blessed, and it just kind of did not really mess with us all that much.
I have a lot of family in West Palm Beach.
West Palm came out okay.
Oh, that's good.
They did have some tornadoes in the area last night, but in general, they're not bad down there. The west coast of Florida, southwest area is completely demolished. The stuff that was coming in looked a lot like how it did when Andrew hit down by Miami, but more widespread. This was a much wider storm than Andrew. It came in as a 4, over 155 mile an hour winds.
Oh my God.
They started talking about the storm surge not going to be that much, and then the storm surge basically rushed inland and destroyed all the coastal communities. There are boats in the middle of freeways, stacked in neighborhoods that were apartment buildings. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I saw that one video where it had 4 boats together going down the street.
Yes.
Oh, look, there are 3 boats. No, there are 4 boats going down.
There was a house floating down the street in one of them. I couldn't believe my eyes. That's horrible.
And then another one showed that, like froze. There was another show, the main boulevard, and you could see the sharks swimming in the road.
We've also had reports of alligators in people's living rooms.
Yeah.
But the funniest one I saw, not funny, all right, funny, but sad and stupid at the same time. This one person going down the stairs from second floor to first floor, and the other guy is swimming in the what was the living room, back and forth. But you can see the debris floating in there. It's like, get out of that debris! I saw a turd floating by you.
Yeah, no way in hell I would be in that water. No way.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. Especially if you have an open cut, you're going to get really sick.
Yeah.
Brenda, I'm not sure who the biggest insurer in Florida is.
The state of Florida, their own insurance company. Most of the insurance companies have left Florida.
Yeah. I would assume when you live that close, you have to buy government insurance if you live that close to the water and stuff, because there's always an issue of flooding and all of that. So I'm sure it's super expensive.
Yeah. All right. CR did it for me there. Hugo Homestead is in the house. Also, LG is in the house. And Carol's here.
Yeah, she's a Floridian. What's going on in your area, Florida?
We're good. Glenn was who I was concerned about. It's good to see him on here because that was exiting out your way, right, Glenn?
It exited north of me up by Kathy at Living.
Oh, how's Kathy? Yeah, I was thinking of both of you when I saw it going that way.
Kathy, I was in contact with earlier. She seems to be okay.
That's good.
Dead power?
I do. I don't know if she does. She didn't say anything about not having power.
Okay. Yeah, and I lost like my leaves off my moringa tree. I can't complain. That was about it. We, have brush and stuff around, like leaves.
Right on.
But yeah, it didn't come close enough to us to do.
Right on.
Damage from the hurricane. We had tornadoes though. We had tornadoes that came nearby, so that was a little scary. But I'm sorry, what, Gil? What?
Glenn, the only thing you lost was that banana tree?
I have a banana tree that got snapped. Half of my papaya tree is down, and we've been picking up green papayas.
Oh, wow.
My mailbox fell apart. I was able to put it back together.
Oh, my gosh. And that was from the hurricane itself, or was there a tornado nearby?
No, we didn't have any tornadoes come through this area at all.
Okay.
That was
Wow.
just straight line winds. I have more miscellaneous debris, like bottles from people's trash and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
really nothing of significance that,
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt was saying their house is okay, but everybody else is like destroyed around him. Yeah. So, and they took the brunt of it over on that side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was horrible. Horrible to see the flooding over there, the storm surge. But I saw somebody say, like, I think that's the worst one I've ever. And it's like, yeah, maybe that you've ever seen. You must be young, because Hurricane Andrew, when it came through, I have to say the storm surge, I didn't see as much storm surge back then, but we didn't have like the news coverage like we do now. But I saw it through an airplane. I went over the area and
Wow.
It was like a war zone. It was a total war zone. So we've had some really rough ones. They were like scaling them, I think, like wind wise. And Andrew was like 2 or 3. I forget which it was. It was 2 or 3. But the one that scored the highest was like the one they never saw coming. It was like 1800s, 1700s. I can't remember. But that would totally suck. Can you imagine being outside and it's like, oh, it's getting stormy. Oh.
Yeah. No helicopters, no search and rescue, no Navy, no Coast Guard to come.
Just
Yeah.
neighbors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
But the
That
neighbors
must have
did
been
a lot. Like you see that on the news too. They still help one another a lot. Like I saw a rescue of an elderly man that younger guys got him out of a car that was filling up with water.
Oh,
I think it was like Orlando area or up, northern, like midway, northern Florida, maybe. It was just, and they were up to here, the guys, when they got him out. Like you could see the water was still hot, super high.
Camille was bad. Camille was real bad.
Yeah, that might have been number 2, maybe. And then Andrew. But
so I got a question for both Fishes and Glenn here.
Mm-hmm.
Does the state of Florida have any sort of program to offset the cost of getting those roll up and down or steel shuttered for the windows?
Well, all new homes have to have shutters now. Since Hurricane Andrew, they put in codes in effect that were based off of the damage that Andrew did. But no, I don't know about offset the cost. Have you heard of that, Glenn? As far as I've seen them they do have lesser cost ones if you go to Habitat for Humanity. The Restore carries them, and
they don't have any program for that presently. They did about a decade ago.
Okay.
Like you were saying, all new homes are coded to have them.
Yeah, Miami-Dade code.
Have the steel or heavy-duty aluminum pre-made and labeled for each window, and all the studs already in. Still don't have them.
Yeah.
There is presently a thing for what they're calling Cat 5 windows, where you can get some money back on that, but those windows are
like a rebate.
Expensive.
Yeah, they're really expensive. Makes your house though like super quiet.
Yeah, they have the Windows program going on right now. You're looking at getting
our neighbors just put them in.
$40,000 or $50,000 investment on Windows.
Yeah. Wow.
Our house was new enough that thankfully came with shutters.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the insurance companies wouldn't. Wouldn't get together and create a fund, because it would save them money in the long run. In the long run, to create a fund for people to retrofit. Yeah,
I take that back. We got ours. We had to pay for ours when we moved in this place. Pulte, where we used to live, provided them because they were under Miami-Dade. Yeah, it would serve them well if they did that. FEMA, after Wilma, was giving out, you could get a credit towards like a complete rebate towards help me out for chainsaw, and it was also, or I think it was or the gas powered generators, and we were able to get a generator that way because we were in the air. And just when we were going to fire it up, all the lights came back on, which was wonderful. What was that, Glenn?
We lost
I guess we lost Glenn.
Signal, maybe.
Yeah, I thought he said something about audio and then it clicked off.
Yeah, his audio was getting weird on his. I heard that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well, Carol, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I kept you guys all in my thoughts.
Definitely.
You're so nice, CR. You're so
No,
prayers were answered.
that's because I know you guys. I've gotten to know you guys. So.
Yeah.
Like family,
thank
right?
you.
I worry about family.
Thank you. That's sweet. I was very much touched by how people reached out. I wanted to know.
Glenn's trying to come back in.
There he is. Your audio went out? He's still messing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know California, hang on, I got to do this right. I know that California has done several rebate setups for different retrofits for smoke detectors, fireplace retrofits, stuff like that over the years.
Wow.
And a lot of it, they got the insurance companies to kick into the fund. And because, hey, you guys kick in, you can have less payouts. Mm-hmm. And so that's what a lot of them did. But, okay, Q says something here. Q says, FEMA gave us a rebate on the gas power generator.
Oh my gosh, I guess you were pissed. That's horrible, Q. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to bring up past awfulness there. Sorry. For us, after having no power for over a week, it was like, oh, good, we might actually get power. And then the lights.
Q, if you get a chance, hook up the generator. Have the ex come over and hook up the generator and start it up. Here's the rest of that rebate for you.
Can I share something?
Sure.
I wanted to share something as a consideration here. See, people out east in Atlantic Canada right now are still dealing with the aftermath of Fiona. There's still like hundreds of thousands of homes without power, or people. I don't know. It really doesn't matter because that's still a lot of people. Yeah.
Oh, Tibor.
Did I mention that it's like kind of cool out east right now?
Oh,
yeah. They have crossfires out east right now. So, yeah.
I haven't checked lately. Does anybody know what it's strength? It's strengthened to a 1 the last time I checked it. We have to turn it off because I get a little bit obsessive. Does anybody know what it's strengthened to a 1 the last time I checked it. We have to turn it off because I get a little bit obsessive.
We got feedback coming through somebody's YouTube link.
Oh, buddy. That's loud.
Yeah.
There we go. They got it.
I'm muted.
Guys, I can't hear you all at all on my end. I think I'm having a technical glitch.
Right.
Yeah. Matt said there was a lot.
What gets me is something that Glenn said 2 nights ago, I think it was, about people throwing away their plywood after the hurricane.
I don't know this year if they will though. This year's a different year and it's way more expensive. So
yeah.
But it also gets soaking wet, so people don't want to deal with it warping and mildewing down here. It goes into like mildew. But yeah.
I have a pile about 5 feet tall of plywood from my haunted house I had. And my wife and I, we disassembled it. We basically made it in panels. So we stacked the panels.
Yeah.
But when I moved it up here, I totally disassembled the panels from the frame and everything else and moved it up here. I don't throw plywood away.
Yeah, well, you have
I don't throw 2x4s away.
Yeah, you have a drier climate, though. People don't want to deal with mildew down here. some of them.
Well, thing
And
is,
some of
though,
them just used it for their windows. They're not handy. Like some
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
they don't
True.
understand the worth of the board that they just
True.
tossed.
yeah.
So,
I mean, the first thing that we do when we were building our haunted house, every board we got, we put 3 coats of paint on it, and then we
Yeah.
nailed it to the frame. Everything was painted, put together,
Yeah.
because hey, it's just we don't want to spend that money again.
yeah. No, it would be the smart thing to do. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you can't afford the, shutters, definitely.
Yeah.
Get board and paint it, like you said, waterproof it. Heck, they have all that rubberized paint, but that probably by the end of doing that for a whole house, you might as well just go to the restore and get some real hurricane panels.
Hmm.
There's one thing that's interesting I found out since I moved here to Idaho.
Mhm.
In California, they have what's called 1.125" subfloor. So when you put the the floor joists on, you have to put this 1.125" subfloor on first.
Mhm.
And then if you want to do anything else, you can do on top of that. Up here in Idaho, I asked them, "Do you guys have 1.125" subfloor?" And they go, "What's that?"
Yeah.
3/4 inch plywood or particle board is what you got to put down.
LG, they still have those shutters. They also have like the way, way old Florida houses have the awnings that used to just come down, but you see them blow off. Like,
Oh yeah, I've seen those when I was in Kissimmee. They'll
yeah,
come
remember
right
them?
off. Just
Yeah,
gone.
clamshell
Mhm.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Glenn's having glitches. T-Board, we do have a plexiglass. It's called Lexan. We use Lexan down here for the clear ones. They cost a little bit more, but we got them for, I think it's 2 of our windows that are up above to let extra light in to the house. But the rest are, no, they're steel, I think. No, they're heavy.
Lexan is so much more strong, so much stronger than regular plexiglass, which is way stronger than glass.
Yeah. Yeah. Plexiglass too has gone up in price like crazy. It seemed like.
Yeah, it has.
Because like I remember being in school and we used to make little projects out of plexiglass and the thick stuff too. Like we in shop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they do still make a good steel clamshell. It's really good. Okay. They must have like re-engineered it. Because just the shape alone, the air gets in there and blows it off. I'd like to see that one. I'll have to look for it, Glenn. Because they were cool on the old Florida homes. That's for sure. Yes, I love that, Tibor. I love that idea. There are people who retrofit the screened-in rooms here like that. But they create like a complete window insert, like with the whole edging and everything. You just pop them in. I wanted that, but yeah, that's not cheap.
Yeah.
Because I have some huge panels of screen back there. Because you know what I mean? It usually goes into the frame, so it's like a frame within a frame, like a window. And our big frame, they're huge. That would be a huge piece of plexi.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love it. Because like you said, it turns it into like an all-weather room. I have a fan out there and probably could just open the screen doors and let the AC extend a bit. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty quiet today. I tried to ask Matt if they're going back in or waiting for the power to go back on and stuff to do their cleanup. Because every family's different. Every family's different. Some people just cash out, take the insurance. But unless you're upside down, I don't know how you do that and run.
Yeah,
I think
you won't make the money like you would if you could rebuild it and sell it.
Yeah. Some just don't want to take the time to rebuild and go through all the headaches of rebuilding and selling, and they figure, all right, if I can sell the land at this much and get this much for the house, and it's not worth rebuilding, I'm just out of here.
And they'll also sometimes sell to like my ex, who was a builder, they will sell to builders who want to flip the property still. And they'll sell real low because they've already got their insurance money, and this is a little cash on the side, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but
As long as they got enough for a down payment on another house somewhere else.
that's right.
Basically what it comes down to. It's like, okay, we're out. You know.
Yeah. And, the builders who weren't in the house when it happened are fine with that. Whether they use the land or rebuild the house, even better. They make money too. I'm going to have to look it up, Glenn. It's really interesting. It would make sense because they have beautiful homes down in Coral Gables, Miami, that some of them you would, they keep that Florida style. So I could see why they would do that. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful it didn't hit here. That's all
There's
I can
people
say.
looking around YouTube in the next couple of days now that they'll be able to have more coverage of what the real damage is like because the wind has stopped and now they can get drones and helicopters up in the air.
Well, all the yachts, did you see those? Those are out already, all piled
Oh
up.
yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
That was awful.
Mhm.
Awful. I don't know what happened though with the Keys. I haven't seen many pictures come out of the Keys. I wonder if they just got grazed and didn't get as much damage or what. Because it supposedly,
you haven't heard anything about the Keys at all.
Nothing.
They're pretty well
I haven't
down.
seen anything either.
I wonder if it's just because they're so secluded and they haven't gotten in there yet. That doesn't make sense though. They usually will put people down there.
Yeah. From what I saw, though, I think the Keys got missed. They just kind of skirted around and spit at them as it went by.
That's right, Homestead Aquarius. That's right.
Well, that's what
Right.
America's penis does.
What blows loads?
Oh, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Shadow.
oh, Lordy.
Look, Florida's
My
dripping.
decrepit brain. I need
Florida's dripping. It must have gonorrhea.
No, that's just the keys, dear. Just the keys.
They call that the Keys, Marvin.
Yes, that's just the keys.
Yeah.
I guess we could all use a laugh.
The strong swimmer is Key West.
Look, they gathered up and they made Cuba. like freaking pollywogs. They all gathered together and they made Cuba.
Like Pollywog?
Little pollywog.
Well, you know how some of those swimmers are pretty strong.
Ew, the swimmers.
Oh, okay. Hang on a
That's
second here.
right.
Just hang
Out
on.
of the garden
Hang on a
said it.
second. All right. Hang on.
Yeah,
I got it, guys. I got to do something here. Hang on. Okay. All right.
Watching with them, and then
This is TBMA, y'all.
that's right. Oh yeah, okay, Mr. Naked Inside that Homestead Aquarius.
Ain't nobody cleaning up any mess. It's Cuba that's cleaning up the mess. They're like,
Yeah.
It is a mess.
it's like
it needs to be cleaned up.
pollywogs.
Oh, those pollywogs went down there.
That's where
That's
all
so
the
weird.
pollywogs go.
That's where like some of the ancient origins of gods. There's like one basically like that's how he was created, was out of the semen of another god.
From the semen of Florida.
Mhm.
Mhm.
From the semen of Florida comes Cuba. Don't know what happened. That must have been a god from below the earth.
Can't breathe. Oh my God. Straight from the semen of Florida.
Come with us on a tour of Cuba.
There comes one God, and he made Cuba.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Too funny.
So it came across Cuba and turned up, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So it missed the little dribble there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's after the Flaccid happened. That's why, Florida looks like that. You're welcome, Bob. I love you.
Are you saying
Or
Cuba is not?
Shadow Scott is like, I'm already thinking about hanging out with these vile people.
Florida is not circumcised, y'all.
Yeah, that could be. Got some dripping going on. Latex.
How does she
Yes.
know that?
Tell that to Washington and Oregon.
She knows it. She's a female. She sees those things up close, much closer than I do.
Moon over Miami got it. See, men. I see. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's right.
Yeah. She sees those things right up close and personal.
Cuba, there seems to be a stain on your blue dress.
There are a lot of seafaring men that come out of Cuba.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of seamen that comes out of Cuba too.
Chupa.
Chupa? Is that how we're saying it now? Chuba?
This is what happens when you get the poop troop
Cuba
together.
is a wet spot. Oh my god.
It's all from the Florida man. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my
They
lord.
pulled all the historical pathway maps. Because yesterday I was watching where they showed it coming across, and
Yeah.
now I can't find. All I can see now is what's up in Florida. Nothing going down below. They pulled all the old stuff.
Somebody said there's another one on its way. Do we have anything coming off Africa headed towards us?
Hang on, let me see. I'm going to go to storm set for the next few days for NOAA. Let's go take a look and see what NOAA has here.
Oh, by the way,
NOAA's still talking about how it's going to bounce up South Carolina and North Carolina before it heads back out to the
wait, they're getting
Atlantic.
hit with Ian and Noah?
Yeah, Ian's going to catch South Carolina and
Q.
North Carolina.
This is mature audience, Q. So maybe you shouldn't be here, Q.
No.
Just
Sir Ellie's old enough, Q. We just put out the MA warning. Gil did, just so you know. It went TVMA. I'm sorry. I had a little bit of my
it's Carol's fault.
special chocolate bar tonight for my anxiety. My special chocolate bar. Yeah. It's a hybrid kind of chocolate bar. We'll just say that. It's very
All right,
good.
I actually found it. So yeah, the here I got a map from the history one from NOAA.
Okay.
So this is NOAA. So it came below and cut across Cuba and just kind of, like I said, just spit at the Keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It did.
So I'm going to see if I can find something else here on anything else coming in from NOAA for future ones here. Actually, NOAA has a great whole bunch of, Hurricane Center has a whole bunch of great stuff showing all sorts of stuff, even potential flooding.
A hurricane named Noah, not the NOAA, the actual, national whatever organization, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, I'm doing that thing my mom did before her dementia kicked in. The blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she would just go, blah, blah, blah.
I'll just start doing it so you feel better.
Okay.
I'll do
it together.
I'll do it with
Hang
you.
on.
I don't feel alone.
Hang on. NOAA just posted something new. It's not going to go out. It's not going to go back out into the Atlantic according to this new posting. It's going to turn and hit South Carolina head on, go through North Carolina, into Virginia and West Virginia.
Oh, it is going up to Virginia. God heard my prayer. Maybe he's blowing my sister off the mountains.
Let's share the wealth.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the right direction.
Oh, look. If it goes any harder, it's going to hit Ohio.
Look at the winds.
Oh, you got to love that.
Yep, you're going to get a brief little fart and some other stuff from the storm. Little Ian fart.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's your winds.
Oh, there's our dribble from the Keys.
Somebody up in Ohio. Hey, look, Mom. It's raining pollywogs.
Look at that, Mom. We got pollywogs.
The pollywogs. Oh my! One's a full size frog, Mom. What do I do with that? Oh no!
Hey, just so long as it gets up there, just doesn't start dropping a few alligators up there.
Where was that? Yeah. Where was that track in South Carolina? Huga's got her grandbabies in Columbia.
Let's see. Let me bring them. Okay, so I'm not sure where Columbia is. So it's hitting the.
It's going to go up through Charleston.
So there's South. Yeah, so it's going to hit the eastern portion of South Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, before they were saying it was going to go through Savannah. Like Gray's goes
it's like
into
Columbia.
Savannah.
Columbia is like in the center, isn't it? Of South Carolina.
So. I think so. I did geography in Florida. All I learned was Africa, and then forgot it because I didn't spend time in Africa. So
neither have I.
Yeah, that's what the teacher wanted to teach us. There we go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I did makeup in world history and made volcanoes because he was molesting boys. Hey. So any geography he was supposed to teach, yeah, his geography was someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's your
wrong with that one. Screwing little boys. Yeah.
Pervert. There's nothing future showing here, but except for this possible over there, cyclone formation 48 hours off the coast of Africa.
Oh, a disturbance. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like any disturbances right after a hurricane. Like that one year when they were all lining up and it looked pretty scary.
Well, so this is less than 40% chance.
Yeah, Charleston is going to get hit hard. So FYI, have them be prepared or have them go inland.
Have them evacuate inland, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the Eastern Pacific here. See what's... All right, Eastern Pacific, there's a storm. 50 miles an hour, blah, blah, blah. Movement is west by northwest. So it's coming, it's going along the coast.
Uh-huh.
So
just enough to raise gas prices. Thank you.
Duncan, tell them to leave. Get out of there.
Yeah. So NOAA.gov, guys, if you want a Hurricane Center, they got all sorts of stuff there. So there are resources out there, people. Use it.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. We've talked about it before. It's just the shape of Florida, and we just discussed it a little further.
Yeah, it's just kind of dribbling down there on Cuba.
Yep.
Molesting the students, a chomo, huh?
He was letting them use his car, so they were teenagers. Yeah.
Those people, no use for them.
I hear you, Oz.
Yeah.
And tornadoes can pick up a few really nasty family members too, Oz. I hear you.
This is
and
just
the
the beginning
pedophile.
of hurricane season, right?
Hmm?
This is just the beginning of hurricane season. It goes through the middle of next or the end of next month, or
Yeah, and it's usually the most active at the end for some reason because maybe
Hello, Victor.
It's most active at the end, like most guys. Carol got it.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Yes, at the very tip of the hurricane season is when things happen. You're welcome.
Hey, Vitra.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Oh, I hope not a cat too. The way it's stalled out.
I love Beetlejuice.
I stayed up till almost 4, Matt and I, going back and forth. Like, all right, what are you seeing? What are you seeing?
I never got into that Beetlejuice thing. And I was like, what the hell is this? Just like,
it's funny.
It just had good music. That's all.
I don't know. They sing that song. They sing that song. So.
Yeah. And things start floating. I think.
I think Winona Ryder did a good job in it.
Oh, she was perfect for that movie.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely perfect.
She was in that movie. I didn't even. I couldn't even watch it that far. I was like, man, this is just too weird. I'm just not watching it. Seriously,
it's the afterlife, man. It's the afterlife.
You guys remember the cartoon? I used to watch the cartoon constantly.
Did they?
Yeah. Well, little bit of news here. Just you mentioned about Beetlejuice and stuff. I went and bought the grandsons a new TV. We had this little 19-inch thing in there for them to watch movies on.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart had a sale for a 32-inch for $128. Oh, damn! I paid more for my monitors here than I did that, so I got it. And my wife saw it and she goes, "That's Roku TV, whatever. Get that. Sign up for because it came with the stuff all installed on it. So we got all these free movies and stuff now, and so they were watching the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today.
Oh, cute! Really cute.
So now I got to go look to see what Halloween shows are on Roku, so I can let the grandkids watch it. Hey, Jeremy! Tennessee Tactical One is here.
Hello, Tennessee Tactical One. Tactical.
Really hoping my kid is not in there crapping his pants in his sleep, and I walk in tonight and smell something.
All right.
I just had that.
Our Eli, yesterday and today. Yesterday we gave all the kids a bath and went in there and he. Okay, let's clean him up carefully. My wife and I are both working on him, trying to clean him up because he doesn't want certain things touched now. He's very sensitive about them being touched.
Yeah.
And and then we noticed that he was so raw red, like either he ate something and gave him a really bad acidic like diaper rash, or had been sitting there, but we didn't smell anything.
Yeah.
And so he had it for a while, but anyway.
Is he teething? Is he teething?
No, he's 7.
Oh, well, they can get molars. That's what I was looking at with Malachi, because I was like, maybe what is going on?
Okay, I may mention that with my wife and see what she thinks. But again, tonight they took him. We took him back home, had dinner, and then they were going to get him ready for bed. And okay.
Another one.
Danny and Eli into the bathroom. They both did it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, boys have the hardest time letting go of that. Although I will say my son got it registered because of the pain. Like you said, it's very acidic, what he has right now. And because of the pain, and when I was cleaning him and I had his legs up and I'm cleaning him, he's like, potty, sit on the potty. And I was like, oh, I get the message. You got to go. And I put him on the potty, and sure enough, he did his business.
Good deal.
Flushed. So, like, maybe we'll get him, potty trained out of this. I don't know. Let's see. But he knew he didn't want to do it in his diaper. He knew he just had one blow up in the diaper, and he knew, like, potty, I want to get it off my butt.
Danny is 4.5 or 3.5. And he for about 2 months ago, he was doing good. I mean, he was got to go poop, and he was using the potty and everything else, and uses pulling his pull up on, go sit, and the pull up would last a whole day and a half, before he had an accident. Now he's like, I peed it in the potty, and you go, I bet you did not. Sure enough, he flooded his pull up.
Oh. He wised up.
Now he just says, I peed in the potty. No, you didn't. I didn't hear it flush, and there was nothing in there. And I have this little board that marks scars on every time he poops in the potty.
Yeah.
And when he poops in the pull-up, I erase them all.
All of them?
All of them.
Wow.
He only gets like 3 or 4 on there. I told him when he gets 10, he gets that giant Mickey Mouse plush to play with.
That's a good deal.
So,
well, I don't get any toys.
I know, right, Bob?
I don't get
What
any.
about when you pee your pants? You should get an extra special prize or something.
Something. Yeah,
You
shit.
get a golden
Yeah.
star.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bob,
And they
Bob,
stick things up there too.
Bob, if you do it enough, you can become president.
They should give you like lotto tickets every time they do
Fall
that.
off my bike and sniff children. Yeah.
Ew!
That ain't gonna happen.
That's good. I'm glad you're not a child
Yeah, me
sniffer.
too.
Potato head.
Yeah.
We think what happened is that Danny saw Oliver, his younger brother,
Oh,
going in and
thanks.
pooping and stuff and not getting in trouble for it. So
Tibor just recommended a product for our first aid stuff. Curate as a product called Germ Shield. There. I'll have to add it to my first aid.
Yeah, Barry. Where's my freaking lollipop, man? Come across with one. I pooped in the toilet today. I want a lollipop. Man. Come on now.
Bob's over the popsicles. Yeah, he gives those away. That's a lollipop for him.
Popsicles are only for the females who go into my basement. Let's make that very clear.
That's right.
Germ Shield, antimicrobial.
I'll be right back.
Okay, here we go. So this is what Tibor was talking about. Walmart $8, Walgreens $7.49. Yeah, if it comes in, most of these are for the 5 ounce.
Man, Bob,
0.5 ounce.
You got the good ones this time.
All right. I'll get back down there right after the broadcast.
All right, y'all. It's almost 1 a.m. here, and I need to get some sleep. I'm doing the Friday free for all tomorrow, and if not, I won't be able to get up. So.
Okay, Courtney.
We'll hear you.
All right, Courtney. Thank you for coming up and being the first one up here.
Of your popsicle, I want one now, and I don't have any.
I'm sorry. I would share, but that's a long trip up there.
You're gonna share something in the basement there, Missy.
Oh my lord! Oh my
This is a half-ounce tube.
Night, guys. Have a good one.
Night. I don't know. I think I'm gonna sharpen this into a knife after I'm done with it. Okay.
All right. That's a good deal. Thanks for letting us know about that, Tibor.
Yeah. Never heard of it.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and bring us back here. I'm going to go to add that to my medical wish list.
I didn't get through that one, Vidra. I wanted to. Vidra, I mean. I'm sorry.
Vidra.
Oh, yummy. Duncan, that sounds so good. How you doing, Brenda? I saw you earlier and I get to say hi. That sounds delicious. Cherry ice cream with chocolate in it.
Guys, I need to step down. I need to prepare for work.
All righty. Just about to ask you what's going on in your country.
Work.
Yep.
Well, you have to work.
Yep.
All
right. Take care, Shadow Scout.
Later, Shadow.
Have a good one. Have a good day.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. See you Saturday, too, on your live. Whoops.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right. So let me throw that out there again. So we got empty spaces up here. So there's the link loading in there.
Hope I'm not getting sick.
That's right. Red Hill Garden Girl put out something real early, and when I was doing the news stuff, and as all I could do to control myself from laughing at it, it was the potato and what was it?
Put it back in the soundtrack, Steph. Hi, Steph.
Yeah. What about the potato and the
Night Homestead.
Yeah. See if you can remember what it was. It was a joke with the punchline on it, and the punchline was,
Was a good one. Idaho stole it. Idaho put it in the soundtrack.
Yeah, the one that ended with the tater on it. Yeah. Yeah. Dictator. That was it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed.
What
Indeed,
is
he
it
is.
here? Oh, wow. They changed it up. We were only supposed to get down to 51. And now they changed it. We're going to get down to 41 for the low tonight. And we're already on the
Sorry if I
58.
was too naughty, Shadow Scout. I hope you have a good day at work.
Later, Shadow.
So funny, Idaho. I like it.
Mr. Potato is Mr. Potato is a tater, a dictator. Should have been Richard Potato.
Didn't they try to make Mr. Potato woke or some kind of
Mhm.
crap
Yeah.
like that?
The woke went after Mr. Potato. That's why there should be a shirt with Mr. Potato with the other potato that falls off bikes, like his head superimposed on it, and then that little saying around it.
Oh my God.
Well, didn't Mrs. Potato Head sue over that?
I don't know. I don't know. See?
What a perverted
Mrs. Potato
world.
Head sued about being woke. I mean,
Perverted, man. Just sick.
yeah, he is.
And where did that come from? It
What?
came from California.
Mhm.
The test bed of
Oh,
America.
I was thinking of the other one that's from Scranton.
Scranton. And you guys think I'm sick looking at music videos about ledge dancers in Thailand. Now, those are grown women, man.
Mhm.
There ain't no mistaking those are women.
No.
Uh-huh.
I like women. Can't help myself. Can't help myself. Oh God, yeah. Finally got to talk to a real person today. We haven't got much stuff in the house to eat, so I walked down to the food truck, and across from there is my favorite pub, and
Cool.
sitting next to a nice looking lady, and she was a GI. Yeah,
Oh.
she was a GI. She was in the army, stationed in Korea. She'd been to Indonesia and Thailand a couple times. I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, girl, I finally got somebody I can talk to. You know,
That's awesome.
I mean, really, it is. It was nice.
Yeah, especially locally. Like, you gotta find them online because they don't have the locals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like-
but yeah, she lives over here somewhere. You know,
Oh, okay. Got it.
and she doesn't have glitter on her face like the other neighbor.
Oh. Oh my God.
What's up, WD?
I don't think I like it on my laptop better because I can't see the comments unless I on my phone. Then all I see
Yeah.
or I see my picture. So it's like
In a horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, on my phone, I have to like tap it sometimes just to see. They're see-through for some reason. They don't come up in boxes.
I've also got a bandsaw and a pair of bolt cutters for the big heavy bones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Bob did.
Mhm.
Bob is scared.
That was just one.
Okay, sweetheart. Sierra, go find your safe place and nice soft blanket. It'll be okay.
No, I just got a couple new pairs of these shears, and I'm lapping the surfaces to get them straight and smooth with each other. I'm anal about tools, you know.
Just say no to glitter. Yeah.
My
The glitter.
wife showed me this new comic. It's about the husband is a model railroader guy, and the wife is a quilter.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in there on her big table, sanding away on a board. And you're getting sawdust all over my quilting stuff. Oh, I just think of it as man glitter.
Man glitter, yeah.
I like that. I've heard that before. I like it.
Mhm.
I do like it.
I saw that glitter face chick today for a moment out walking around the neighborhood.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you, man.
It was scary enough to see her at night when she first came over here, but during the broad daylight, it's like, oh man. wicked witch or something, man. Throw water on her, she'll melt into the ground, you know. Oh, glitter.
Oh,
Dang,
you
Q.
just fired a shot there.
Oh. Oh. Oh my God, that woman.
Tools.
All right, Q. Watch it. You haven't been in my basement for a long time, Q. What the hell's going on with that? I set you up with Wi-Fi and a little kitchenette and refrigerator and everything, and then you just freaking disappeared. Must have found a better basement.
Those hot pockets just weren't cutting it, Bob.
Yeah.
She wanted the 12-inch pizzas that toss in a toaster oven.
I can't
Hey,
always
that's
get
my meal
what
out
you
of the toaster
want.
oven.
Can't always get what you want. Yeah. I even gave her a key. She could come and go as she pleased, and then the next thing you know, she don't come over at all. The hell's wrong with you, Q? What's wrong with you?
She's chasing other.
I guess so. I guess I just turned into an old maid for her. Just went out and chased around, got another one.
Happens, Bob.
Yeah, that's true.
Bob, when my daughters had a boyfriend come over one time, I pulled this bad boy out and started sharpening it up, this little one here. Now, I can shave with this one real good there. I can do something else with it too if anything happens to my daughter.
Yeah, I behaved myself. I met a couple of her boyfriends. I behaved myself, you know. I was cool to them. She coached them before they came over. Because Dad's old school. You better come in the house and shake his hand and have a sit down.
I brought some knives and warm them up.
Yeah.
Firm grip, not some clammy handshake, huh?
Oh yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I want to shake the hand of a man, not a little, you know.
Yeah, don't do this.
Not a Nancy boy, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I think my dad trusts me.
Oh, sir, it's great to meet you.
No.
That door goes outside as well as inside too, son. You know, out you go. Yeah. Now, the first time I saw the one guy, wife and I went to pick him up. They were at some gaming center somewhere. We went to pick him up, and I saw first time I laid eyes on that guy. He had his hair combed straight up in the air and was pink on the top. Wife saw him, and my wife just went, "Hon, you keep your mouth shut." Hey, asshole, you got something on your head.
You just start up the shears, Bob. That's all. Garden shears, hedge trimmers.
Yeah. Battery-powered hedge trimmers. There we go.
Well, now we got all done meeting them and stuff. Got home, and I looked at Mrs. and I went, "Pink hair.
Brenda.
I don't think he'll try to get in her pants." I don't think he'll try anything. Okay.
What do you and your wife just stand near the door and wave goodbye and then pat all your stuff that you have on you? Like, here's my gun. Yeah. Here's my knife.
Mm-hmm.
He turns around again and you guys are like fully armed.
Yeah, I know. I remember joking with my wife and my daughter at the same time. Yeah, I'll meet him, but I'm gonna open the door wearing only a welding apron and nothing else.
Just call him Mr. and Mrs. Rambo.
Yeah.
All right, I told my daughter she better continue to behave herself, or I'm coming wherever she's working and asking for a Brazilian and gonna ask for her.
Oh my God! Oh no!
I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Eventually, she'll bring somebody home.
Eventually, she will. Eventually, she will.
Yeah. Damn it!
But definitely makes them think twice and gives them a horrible image too when they think about dating.
Could you imagine having to whack your own mom's cooch or something? Oh my God, man! No, dude, that just.
I would never do that, but I used to tell her I'd take her to the mall and dance and wear a sign that I was her mother. When she was like younger.
That's the same lines as I'm gonna open the door to meet him and wearing a welding apron and
Pretty much.
nothing else. You know, it's the
Okay,
same
yeah.
line. Yeah.
Yeah. Embarrass them into just like a fetal position. Poor kid.
They change your mind on dating completely.
Oh wait.
Yeah, hey, do I need to come and meet your dad? No, don't.
I
meet
mean,
my dad.
you all got me worried because I have one that's dating age now. You know, it's like
Oh,
the other one's close.
well, you know, I mean, yeah.
What happens, Bob, when you open the door and he's only wearing a welding apron?
He has the
Oh,
matching
yeah.
outfit on.
Hey, dude, you want a beer? Come on, let's party. That would be even worse, man.
Oh yes, Duncan. We'll be careful then. Yes, yes. She said, "Be careful not to scare them too bad." My oldest is now 42 and never married. She's
Oh
laughing.
Lord. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you did your job, Mama Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's 42.
40 now.
42.
Not married
She's
by
not
now.
providing
That's not
grandbabies
going to
now.
happen. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we went through that with yeah. My brother did that to my dad. He was the lineage would have come through him, and he's like, "No, I don't think so. I'm going to just not have children and enjoy California life with my wives. Not all
Your
at
wives?
once.
Your
Not all at
wives?
once.
Oh my
No,
God.
no, he didn't have them all at once. You know,
Oh man.
just have a nice wife and a life."
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
And they're actually in Madrid, and I told them about your story, and I
Yeah.
staying in Spain
Oh
A nice
yeah.
wife, is that
All true.
possible?
is
All
there
true.
because of Bob's pain.
Yeah, you see a shit stain right down the sidewalk in Madrid, Spain. That was me. Yeah. Thank God for olive oil, right? Yeah.
Yeah, my brother, at least they have their own olive orchard, I guess you call it, and they press
Oh, they're
their own
used to it.
olive oil. Yes.
Okay, I got
House finder.
Basement workshop of pleasures. Ew, ew,
it. Workshop of pleasures. Yeah.
ew.
No, but it is. You know, I mean, if
All
I'm a
that olive
dad.
oil.
I'm a
Yeah.
dad. You know, the guys who come to meet my daughter. There've been a couple of them who come to meet my daughter, and it's really tempting to say to them, it's like, dude, I know what you want. Okay, you touch that shit. Don't touch that shit. Or you know,
Yeah.
I know what you're doing here. You know, you ain't fooling me. I'm a guy. You know,
I think yeah. Every
if he
guy.
was,
Tell you what,
yeah.
I'll be like, are you into caves? There's one back here behind the woods. Come with me. Let's go for a walk.
Oh, don't worry, you won't get cell service here. Nothing will interrupt our conversation.
That would be
Take
really.
this glow stick with you, brother, and then just walk on in there. It's interesting. While you roll a stone over the cover of the cave.
Yeah,
That's a little far. No murder, guys.
I'm really lucky. Oh, my daughter's really actually brilliant. She's extremely intelligent. She's got good instincts, and so she could fish them out, the good ones from the bad ones. You know.
That's pretty much, I think, what my dad thought of me, even though he called me a ding dong most of my life here and there.
I call my daughter a weirdo. You weirdo. Yeah.
Ding dong and weirdo.
Ding dong and weirdo. Yeah.
We can have adventures.
Mm-hmm.
The adventures of Ding Dong and Weirdo.
Be like that old Gumby show with Gumby and Pokey, you know. The Adventures of Ding Dong and Weirdo.
Oops, I almost broke the chair doing that.
Oh God.
Yeah, that I remember I was dating a guy he was the lead singer of a heavy metal group, so his hair was like really long, kind of wild. I think he even wore leather pants to the door one time with no shoes. Well, he came back because he had given me a gift. I'm like, I can't keep this. This is, for you. Let me, just give this back to you. And when he did, I said, and by the way, I'm breaking up with you. And my dad was there to hear it. He was in earshot. And I turned around after I shut the door. My dad's just like, hands out.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like, yeah, Dad, you know me. It's like, no, good job on that one. I was a little worried.
Uh
That one had me a little concerned.
huh.
Well, you know, us metalheads love the women.
Well, you know, the band guys that had their own garage band, they were, you know, those guys like Bob needed to talk to. Hey, I know why you're here.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, you guys go out, have a fun night, and enjoy yourselves. And dude, just remember, whatever you do to her, I'm going to do the same thing to you. Bring her back by 10. Hands in the pants. I'm doing it to you. Yeah. Yeah.
That was roasted pecans. Or pecan? No, pecan.
And no, son. I
Yeah.
won't
Oh,
mental.
you what Oz said. Dexter was not necessarily a fictional show.
Oh my.
Yeah, I need a lot of plastic. That's what I need. A whole bunch of plastic.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the last thing that kid coming to Bob's house wants to hear. Is like, yeah, you know that show Dexter? It was based on me.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Except they had to tone it down. You know.
That was like serial killers. They were the nicest.
I like that show. I really did. I mean, I watched it on what Netflix or something like that. Oh, I liked it.
I never watched that. Couldn't.
A serial killer who killed other serial killers.
Serial killers. Yeah, I liked the premise of it.
Me too.
I didn't like the graphics of it, so I couldn't watch it. I'm not good with that stuff.
Bishop, how come you don't look like you're in your normal setting? Did you guys?
I changed the thing back here when my son flooded my kitchen.
Oh. Okay.
I thought I'd just fix things up and create a coffee bar back here. It used to just be the map, but no, I was operating in a different corner.
Oh, I'd sit in that coffee bar. I'd sit in that coffee bar.
Oh, you would? Would you like a table? Because there's only one and there's crap all over it. So I'm sorry you can't have a table.
Like my table's
boy.
any better.
Well,
That's what you don't see when I get into a live. You don't see what's behind the laptop.
Well, I showed some of mine last night when I was showing my little emergency boxes. But yeah, I was like facing this corner with all our random stuff now. Even
Really,
more.
I just don't give a crap. If you see it on my desk, this is my house. So, you know.
yeah.
It's not like there's like open packages of food rotting on my table. It's just a lot of electronic stuff that I'm supposed to be working on.
Although as a gardener, sometimes you look like you have open things rotting on the table when you're like chitting potatoes on your counter.
Yeah.
People are like, ew, no, it's going to be a plant. It's going to be
come on, it's going to be beautiful this spring. Stop it. You know the front door's right there, right?
Actually, the nurse's aide saw me my sprouting turmeric and ginger on the counter. She's like, "Oh, is that turmeric?" I'm like, "Yeah, you want to grow some at home?" And I started to get some ready, and she's like, "I just wanted to use it." I'm like, "Oh, you don't want to use these? they're going to be plants. Like, don't touch my turmeric. That's going to be plants. It's sprouting. No."
Yeah, Oz, I Dexter was a great learning tool for me, and I could perfect my art. God.
Oh, you're back, Vidra.
Vidra.
I'm sorry your phone died on you. Oh, your brothers and you? You had, wow. How many were there in your family, Tibor? If I can ask.
I was watching, it looked like it was a TV series at one time. It was about Dahmer. And And it followed pretty accurately along with what he said in his interviews before he was killed in prison. Yay!
Mhm.
And it kind of, I had to stop watching it. It made me sick to my stomach. It just,
Right.
and
Don't watch
it wasn't the gross stuff. They really didn't show up
No.
close too much gross,
Just
but it
that a
just,
human being could be that vile.
yeah,
Is there a new
yeah.
documentary on Netflix about him or something?
Huh?
What was that, WD? I couldn't
think
hear you.
documentary on Netflix right now about Dahmer. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I was watching, and I had to stop it after a couple episodes, and yeah, it just made me sick because there's nothing human inside of him. You
I can
know,
see it's gone.
yeah, yeah. There's no limit.
You see that with a lot of killers. Their eyes are almost black.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Obviously,
emptiness.
I mean, you have to be completely soulless and controlled by something else to have that look in your eyes. Do
Yeah.
all those things that he did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I dealt with quite a few, and some of them you want to bring home for barbecues. They're very nice, but like you
Yeah.
said,
But they'll shank you behind like your shed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And already
My
have
cousin-
a whole dug behind it too.
My cousin was an LPN, and she worked in geriatrics for years. And to actually get a good paying job as an LPN, she had to
Mhm.
get on with the state of Washington, and that meant doing 1 year at Western State Hospital. And I mean, when she was explaining to me her duty there was, she really warned me, kind of giving me a heads up about psychopaths. She said they are extremely charming.
Yeah, they're really charming.
They're usually very good looking, and they're
So
extremely
are
charming.
narcissists. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh well,
Yep.
that counts me out. I couldn't possibly. Y'all are safe for now.
Well, Ted Bundy was.
Perfect example. Good looking
Yeah, it
guy.
was.
The women absolutely loved him.
Yep.
He could charm the pants right off of any of them, Yeah. But we went down by the Western State Hospital, and it's an old army. It was Fort Steilacoom at one time, and old army brick buildings, and they're conjoined by tunnels. The patients don't go outside at all.
Ooh.
And she showed me one building back there, and she said, and on the third floor of that building is where they house the sexual psychopaths, and they never get out. They're there for life. I said, did you ever work in there? No, they couldn't have women work in there. It was just too dangerous for a female because they couldn't
Wow.
fight them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't do that anymore.
Yeah, this was back in the 70s when she worked there.
Yeah, they used to have in the jails, they have matrons. They'd have the women with the women and the guys with the guys. But there's 5 foot tall deputies dealing with 7 foot tall inmates.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder how many of them get killed on the job. There's probably a fair number.
Very good point, Q.
2 years here in Portland, and nobody got killed.
Oh, really?
No, I mean we had a bad assault. One gal I trained got assaulted really bad and had to retire, but nobody got drastically killed, or other than that gal too badly hurt.
Helps to have training and to stick to it and have backup. I
Yeah,
bet.
they give you tools nowadays, like tasers and stuff that they didn't in the old days.
Yeah.
The only ones that got hurt, when I worked at the sheriff's department, were the ones that didn't follow the rules.
Yeah.
I'm macho. I can go take care of it. Slap, slap, boom, boom. You should have called backup.
Yeah. Oh, night, Oz.
All right. Good night, Auslander.
Later, Oz.
Or Jack.
Good night, Oz.
They used to hire big, and they wanted you big, like you say, Bob. Big guys could kind of handle, but now you to be legally smart. They don't want to get sued about lawsuits now.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
When I slipped and fell on him, said the 300-pound guard.
And I had this shank in my hand that I took away from an inmate.
Now go to prison for that stuff.
I see the county sheriffs who work in the courtrooms. Most of them are older guys, and some of them are enormous. The guys who cannot be out there working the streets anymore, and they're there to fall on top of whoever is trying to attack a lawyer or a family member or something. Just fall on top of them and lay down on top of them.
They probably use their seniority to bid posts away from, like you say, running over fences. That's a 20, 30, 40, and then when you hit 50s, you're like, I'll let the younger generation go chasing after these guys.
Yeah. Right. It's only smart. I mean,
WD, what is your position in law enforcement, if I can ask?
A deputy. I did 32 years. A big chunk of my thing, I did a lot of search and rescue.
Oh wow.
I worked the road. I worked the jail. I did supervising. I did training. Yeah, I mean, you've been there.
Yeah.
You see it. It was a good career. Glad I'm done because that was all before the Antifa stuff took over Portland, so I missed all that. But my friends texted me easy stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, now they're trying to turn around and say they didn't, that a certain party didn't support that defund the police. No, we didn't. No, that wasn't us. No.
Well, I drive through Portland every now and then because I live like maybe 40 miles towards
oh wow,
the Gorge, Mount Hood area away from it. But Portland has got like the hospitals and all that, and it's really destroyed.
That's a shame.
It's probably like Bob's area, motorhomes and transient camps.
Yep, they're everywhere now.
West Coast is just
deteriorating.
Completely. Not all, but big share. Any vacant lot is full of folks.
Yep.
They leave they come up here to Washington during the winter months or during the summer months, and then they go back to Arizona, California during the winter, or else they'll freeze to death and die. So they've adapted to stealing Winnebagos and motorhomes and trailers, and they steal it all. Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of people just abandon them. Don't care about old motorhomes, so these guys take them over.
Yeah.
They are everywhere. I was on a special assignment like 20 years ago, dealing just with, and we had an agreement with them. They couldn't build these cities. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
You could have a tent, stay the night, get up in the morning, let the business take care of business. But just built these encampments.
Yeah. Actually, maybe a motorhome wouldn't be such a bad idea. Put them all in motorhomes. And then maybe ship them to Cuba.
I'd like
a big barge.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, someplace with a lot of space.
Wide open. You'll like it.
Pelosi's neighborhood.
Yeah.
No, that's the people that are coming from the south entrance. We want them to all go right to her and camp on her lawn.
They could start a new slab city.
When the president comes to visit the city, I'm sure it's just like anywhere else. Everything gets magically cleaned up and all the graffiti.
Yeah. Bob said that too. They moved the homeless out and everything for.
They did that last summer, and I found a YouTube video where this fellow was wandering around downtown Seattle, and it was immaculate. It was clean. They were reseeding the grass in the parks, and what they did was they sent them all out into the suburbs. They gave them train and bus tickets. Get out. And they did. And all at one day, we were swarmed with them out here in the burbs. Swarmed, man. That was last summer. That was 9 different people attempted to break into my house and or walk through that door. 9 in one summer. It's only been 3 this year.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just put upside down pineapples in front just as an experiment at the house to see if it attracts or detracts from the visits that you're
you can look on my channel. You can look on my channel, and I did order a bunch of small shrunken heads and hung them up like garland in front of my place.
Yeah.
And
Well, then they probably didn't see them because they were so wasted.
They're wasted. Yeah, I did have one guy. As soon as we move out of here, then I'll post some of my videos back again.
Yeah.
But I made a folding shield of spikes and stuff right there. And one guy, he tried to break into the neighbor's house, and he saw my garage door was open, and I met him at the garage door. He was standing behind that shield with a camera, and he was looking at all the stuff, and he was like, "Oh, it's pretty. Oh, wow. A baby doll hanging from a rope and shit like that." Yeah, I did that. I tried it.
I don't blame you.
Didn't make any
probably should just played it off as a hallucination, you know. Said, dude, there's nothing there. What are you looking at?
Yeah. Well, and I did say, do you see the 45 on my hip? Do you see that? You see that? You can see that, right? I'm going to turn sideways. I'm going to show you. You know.
Yeah. Oh, a fire remote would be awesome, LG. I would love that. Maybe like propane powered that you can turn on.
Sure, everybody's not interested in your rear end.
You know, maybe some glass down there too.
We've only got a couple more years left here, and then we'll go to the Philippines where the death squad takes care of them people.
They don't play down there, do they?
No, they don't play.
No.
Been there, done that, seen it more than once.
I'd never been. I always go Eastern Oregon, you know, hunting, and Eastern Oregon is very remote.
Yeah.
Nice, Q. Let's see if that works.
I traveled to Bonner's Ferry, which is in northern Idaho. I was reading Q's post. I'd never been really Eastern Washington, and I went through Spokane, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's like Seattle, a mini Seattle, skyscrapers and everything." I was surprised. So
Would they look really similar? Because I've never been to either. I wish.
Oregon is like two states. You have the mountain range in the middle that splits it from the coast side, and then the eastern desert, and the coastal side is very populous and rainforesty, probably like Bob's area.
Same thing as Washington. Yeah. And
Eastern Oregon seems a lot more remote than Washington, because I think Washington has more population than us. But like we're hunting, I'm 150 miles to the nearest town. There's no.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So. Wow. But I was just impressed with Spokane. Like I was saying, I was reading Q's post, and I've seen some of her videos, and I know she was from Spokane. But
I remember Roots and Refuge when they went out to visit. I can't think of the Elliott Homestead or something like that. They were around for a while, long time. Homesteader channel. She went out and they showed some of Washington State, and it was just like, oh my gosh,
it's a beautiful state.
It's gorgeous, like beautiful.
And that area up there is just fantastic. Well, Washington is a beautiful state, and I used to love to go up to Seattle. Seattle used to be kind of a destination. Like 4 hours away, they'd have the go out to Silicon Village and watch the Native Americans do a dance for you, and you know, Seahawks.
Yeah.
But
thought it was my phone.
I know, me too. I was like, what ringer do I still have?
Well, I was just reading Q. So anyway, I was just, I get it. You know, Eastern Oregon is more conservative. Western Oregon is more liberal. So you've got these sheriffs like she was posting that probably are conservative and aren't going to tolerate the homeless, where Portland you have complete liberals, where I just don't know if they know how to cope with it, or I can't see that it's a moral dilemma, because the shape that these camps are in is more worse for people than just making them, like Bob said, go to a hospital. I mean, he's guy walking around naked in the middle of an intersection with a blanket on, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
To him. Like, I wouldn't have a dog treated like that, you know. So
it all went to shit as soon as they declared this as a sanctuary city, then a sanctuary state, and all went to shit. It all went to shit from there, you know.
Yeah.
What I found interesting about that, Bob, is now how many of these sanctuary cities are going, oh, we're no longer a sanctuary city.
Oh, yeah.
they realized the shitload of problems they got.
Yeah.
Well, the murder rate in Portland just went through the roof. I mean,
I know. Mm-hmm.
And now they're backpedaling, trying to blame it on the chief or not. And it's like we don't have enough officers. Everybody bailed.
Yeah, same with Seattle and other cities. They are being admonished for arresting people selling dope, and then they and then the officers were just like, man, screw this, I'm leaving. I think 2 years ago they had over 100 officers in Seattle itself drop it. They just done.
Why retirement age, if you're able to go with a full pension, some of these guys want to stay a little longer to beef up their pensions, but you got to do the math. It's like, why?
Yeah.
They were there. My department, there's guys that are pulling the plug before their full pension, taking a little bit of hit just to get out of there. I'm like,
yeah.
Their plan was to go to retirement age.
Yeah, that's I retired from Boeing, and I was the same way. My body was getting beat to crap, and I went, I'm 55 with all these broken bones and injuries on the job, and I went, Mrs. just says, just pull the plug while you can still walk. Had what 3 hernias and all kinds of heavy injuries on the job, and she said, well, just pull the plug, get your pension, get out of there before while you can still get out and enjoy life. Don't wait till you're too old. I think a lot of cops did the same thing. I don't blame them. Just get out while I'm still alive.
Well, luckily in the 80s they did a big hiring. I got hired in '89. And I was like 21, I think. I was 21 when I got hired. So when I did my service, I got out at 53. And I retired a couple of years, so I'm 52 or 55 now. But I got a full pension or contract where we get half our medical if you did 30 years, and I did 30 years, so that helps you. $1 a month bump, but and my buddies that left behind, that are like 10 years junior to me, it's like they're just struggling. And we're a 1,000-man department, so it's like,
wow,
it's real. And like you were saying, you arrest a person, write a report, and they're getting out of jail before you're finishing your report. So that's 100% true.
Yeah, they decriminalized the dope. Yeah.
Now they now you just give them. I think they give them citations.
Yeah. They don't even bother taking them in anymore. But Gil, you said some of the cities are reversing the sanctuary stuff. Which cities have done that? I haven't heard of any of them around here.
Trying to remember. Someone posted a thing on Facebook, and they listed 2 of them, and they said, these, the two big ones. I'm trying to think. The back east.
Oh.
Was it? It was back east. I think. I'm sure. Was Philadelphia ever a sanctuary city? They pull that crap.
I think even the Portland mayor is starting to walk back a lot of this and trying to.
I know down to Contra Costa. Which one was it? In California. One of the small cities. Oh, we're going to do sanctuary, and they realized, and they said, after 6 months, everybody was trying to vote the city council out, and they reversed it because the citizens were trying to do a recall of the city council for doing it.
Yeah, Philadelphia is the center for Antifa back east. That's theirs. There's Andy NGO. Go to his channel, and he knows all about these guys. He calls them out. He puts their faces and their names, and they're almost all pedophiles and trannies, and they're just psychopaths. They're just pure psychopaths, man.
Didn't he have to move out of the country or something because he was getting serious death threats or something?
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah.
I remember he posted up right after he got his head bashed in, and he posted a video of 6 of them outside of his house. He was living with his parents, Vietnamese family, and they were pounding on the doors and the windows, and they doxed him. They found out where he lived, and they went right after his parents' home and himself. And he got out of there. And I don't know if he's really living in England or not, but that's where he said he was residing, was in England.
Here in Kentucky, they're looking the other way if you test dirty for marijuana, but they're looking for the hard stuff like meth and everything else.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, you shouldn't be driving stoned, but we're not going to really go with that. But we have to search your vehicle, so they will do a search.
Yeah, to make sure you're not trafficking
in there. That's not marijuana. Yeah. But
they always check our cars when we're in the back roads.
I mean, marijuana is not legal here, but we do grow hemp. So
yeah, I grew up in this area, and it's just it's a shame to see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it just took its time. It was like a steamroller, just slowly consuming, and now every open spot, every open area is full of these addicts.
Good night, Glenn.
Good night, Glenn.
Glenn, I wonder if you've been looking into the Generac now that we're seeing more commercials for them during the season. I wanted to know price-wise what they're like.
Yeah, Q, you go to his channel, Garden. Oh yeah, Andy. No, yeah, he has got. Once they bashed him in the head, they messed with the wrong guy. He goes right after him. And yeah, look at his channel.
Are you doing a whole generator there, Fishes, or are you just doing a?
No, we're good. We didn't lose power. It wasn't close enough. It would, if we lost power, it would have probably been a tornado that took it out.
Well, no, I mean, you're asking about Generac. Are you installing something down the road?
Oh no, I'd like to get a Generac. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question properly.
Yeah.
I'd like to get one. We have just a regular gas powered one, but we've never gotten to really use it. We'll start it up to make sure it still works and everything, but we haven't gotten to really put it in practice. I'd like to do a practice run, but
we're up in the mountains. We lose power anytime the wind blows, and they just shut power off here a few weeks ago for the wildfires to not have wildfires.
My gosh,
it was a mess. It's like they shut off and we're all surrounded by like ranches and farms, so all these guys need to water their horses. Most of them are tied to their wells, but we were water around again, and it's just like,
oh boy.
I want one of those old-fashioned pump ones also, other than just an electric. Like, do they still do that, where they'll put that on the top so you can still get water out of your well? If
Martha Prepper has one.
Yeah, does she?
We have a Baker monitor on our well that it cost me like $3,000. I mean, it's like the big campground Forest Service ones. It's not the little cheesy ones. It's like a big cast iron. Put a windmill on top if you want, and
wow.
I got videos up on our channel. I kind of
we'll check it out.
Well, I pulled some videos down because I was kind of going through do you know what OPSEC is? Operational Security.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have to live that way.
I was kind of free with my videos. You can see the plates on all my cars.
Yeah.
And I
gotcha.
I started realizing, man, I've got a lot of stuff out here, and
what I might not want. Yeah.
I did the same thing. I went back because during the 2020 riots, I was posting stuff about the current events, and this one old queen down in Florida went after me personally, and that's when cause he posed as a Trump supporter, but as soon as this radical stuff went on, he came out of the closet. He's not. He's a leftist chomo homo, and he started slandering me. Taking pictures of my preps and different things like that, and posting it on Google. And right after that, man, I took down every video that I had on the outside of my house, because I've got food, water, and ways to protect ourselves. I don't show nothing on the outside of my house anymore. Nothing. Absolutely zero. 80% of my videos are me sitting right here.
I'll put some back up for you, but I gotta kind of like go through them. I just was reading that Duncan's got 2 cisterns with hand pumps, so
Yeah, I saw that too.
time too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was reading Idaho's. That's actually not a bad idea if you've got them near you to search Twitter underneath your town or your city that's nearby. Idaho was seeing them hook up to go downtown. The lovely ants. Yeah. Yeah. Smart. Idaho, you're so smart.
Oregon's been a pretty good gun state. I mean, I'm a gun guy, AR-15.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
like
that, but
eating on the snacks.
They're planning on in November going even crazier than New York and California. I mean, this law they're proposing doesn't even make sense, a lot of it, but it's just like, are you kidding? I mean, I get to carry with my retirement stuff, and there's a federal law that kind of covers us, but how that would work with if they both this crazy law. But the problem is Portland, like you guys, Seattle probably rules Washington. Portland pretty much tells everybody else in Oregon how to live. So
yeah, it's about the same here in Seattle area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not directly in Seattle. I'm in the burbs, and we feel the ripple effect of everything that happens in shit town up there. You know.
I figure to come to Seattle, it's all kind of the same to me once I get up there, because it's like freeway after freeway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk about the Philippines a little bit. You know, we've got a house over there, and my wife's Filipina, and man, they don't play games with dope. No. Basically, in the city that we were retiring in, if you get arrested 3 times for any crime, your name goes on the list, and it's just a matter of time until some professionals find them and take them out. It's over.
They do, yeah.
And dude, it works. It is so safe there. It works.
And they
don't have
going after that president big time. The world was. He's like hardcore.
Oh yeah, he was the mayor of where we are retiring. His daughter is the mayor of that city now, Davao. Yeah,
I bet you there's there.
Oh yeah, I can walk down the street there 3 o'clock in the morning in Davao City, and nobody bothers me at all. I cannot do that here. I can't.
Yeah, Davao looks amazing.
It's a beautiful city. It's really beautiful. Very safe, very disciplined population. You know.
I was talking about the women, but yeah, the city's nice.
Oh, the women, yeah, the women are beautiful there, dude. Oh yeah. Well, you saw my nieces and all their girlfriends and stuff, and when we had a house blessing, those ladies there are gorgeous, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I think I might have deleted mine too, but I'm not sure.
I had a buddy. He married a Filipino lady and had kids with her, but he stayed up here. She stayed there. I don't know why. You know, maybe immigrated, but he moved down there full time, and I guess their house is like one of the only ones that has like a washer and dryer or something. And
yeah.
The family kind of takes care of him. Like if he goes to the bank, you know, that's like several hours away, they all kind of travel as a pack. But
they do. Yeah, they'll guard you. My family does. Yeah, they do.
But like, you know, he'd always bring like little candies, big bags of candies for like grandpa and grandma. You know, they always had.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
But the stories were just awesome. I mean, you know, they get medical for, you know, he'd pay cash for whatever.
Yeah.
He had done, you know.
Yeah.
A good life.
It is a good life, and they just finished several brand new state-of-the-art hospitals in Davao City, and they accept foreign insurance. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where, but it sounds like he's like an 8-hour drive from Manila. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's out on some coastal area, but he was saying the roads were kind of potholed.
Yeah, they're pretty wonky.
But they bought a motorcycle, like I guess one of these 3-wheeler motorcycles, and that, you know,
tricycle
treasures that thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, sure, you can't beat the mileage.
Oh yeah.
2 miles per gallon. What's
There's
gas like up there?
I don't know. There's a lot of people who can't adapt to a foreign society. They just can't. And for me, I'm prior military, and as long as I've got a roof that don't leak and enough to eat, I'm good. I'm adaptable. I'm flexible.
I'm flexible too.
That's what he said.
I'd like to. Yeah, I bet you are. Just like a door.
Just kidding.
Just like a door hinge, huh?
Yeah, all right. Maybe before the fire broke.
Well, she prompted me into
Yep,
it.
True, I know.
That was like the here's the nice easy pitch and home run.
Home run.
All right, here we go again, guys. Okay.
What?
That was just for the record. That was for Bob and Fishes. The rest of us, those two.
I was coerced. I was coerced. I'm just a victim.
That's
Gil,
what
did you
he
get
said.
firewood in?
What was that?
Did you get all your firewood done?
My knees are killing me like you would not believe.
But you've got it on the property, all the firewood you need, right?
We have all we need here, and if I need to, I'll just throw one of the big, huge, heavy-duty tarps over it. But we've probably got 2 cords of about a third of it put away.
How many cords do you go through the season?
A little under 6.
That's about us too. I think if it's a mild winter, if it were to get real cold, I'm gonna have a second shed that is my backup. But we heat strictly with wood too, so it's like you got to get it done.
Yeah, my wife's now thinking about going ahead and have Rocky Mountain gas or Intermountain gas put in the a line in here because it dead ends right in front of our house. So just tie into it and just put the meter in, and that way if we need to, we can drop a furnace in and a tankless gas water heater, and that'll cut a lot of our electric bill down.
I wish we don't have any of that stuff here. We barely have internet, but another thing you could do is you buy like a Ford truck with a natural gas, set up for nat gas, and I think there's a system you could buy that you could fill it from your house and just save big bucks on fuel.
Yeah. The other thing too is that I have plenty of the 5 and 7 gallon propane tanks, and I got a couple of little heaters that I can always, I got the Mr. Betty heater, and then I got the Mr. Heater, round ones with the grate on it, go on top of the tank. Got a couple of those. I can, if go for a month or 2 on natural on the propane here heating if I need to, so I can extend what I have out there. Plus, I got all those branches that came down out of the cottonwoods just sitting out there in a pile. I can always go out there and start cutting that up.
You bet. Yeah, it's not great wood, but it burns. It'll keep your house warm.
Yeah. You go out to the woods and get a wood permit? Anything close up there, or is it quite a ways away?
I only got a 2-wheel vehicle. 2-wheel drive vehicle. It's not a 4x4. So going up into the Tetons, it's going to be iffy way, getting up there where I can, get some wood. But my neighbor across the street, I was just talking with him. He's got a sawmill now, and he's been running a lot of lumber through, and he's just been piling up all the slabs.
Oh,
slabs.
There you
And worst comes to worst, hey, I'll give you $50 for a cord worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about what I'm paying for it.
My neighbor does the same thing. He's got a mill, and I'll trade him, like, if I drop a cedar tree, because he wants the cedar to mill, and he'll give me all his slabs, because I don't want to just buck up a cedar tree for firewood, because that's
Yeah, I get it.
We have a unlimited supply, timber out back, so
yeah, it's like it is here. It's all woods back here behind my house. So
you guys, aren't you in the south there? Can you read your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in central Kentucky, so yeah, I'm out in the country.
Hardwood.
We have a little bit of everything over here.
Yeah.
So,
just fur.
I'm not going to be able to get. If I get in a bind, I can go back there with a chainsaw and cut. If I have to, but I would rather sit for a while and season up before I try to burn it.
Yeah.
But what I've been getting from a neighbor has been pretty good. All year round. So.
Was that Idaho question for you, Gil, or me? Because I just started to look at the Generac. Have you looked into them?
The
whole house things we were talking about before. Oh my brain just farted.
All right, hang on a second here. I'm just ready to catch it. I actually slipped off the chat there. Hang on, I got to check. I got to check what's going on there. Give me a second here.
Okay. Sorry about that. I just saw the comment. I wasn't sure.
I would do Generac, good stuff. But when we built our house, we knew that we wanted a generator. So it was all wired by the electricians. And then we have a standalone that I wheel out of the garage and stuff, a cord and power certain circuits. Because my generator wasn't big enough to do like it does the well, the refrigerators, but sometimes I have to get kind of creative with, I don't want to run a microwave refrigerator and the well at the same time, so I kind of have to go ahead and set up.
Gil, Forbo Mo?
Yeah, well, he just no.
I don't know.
He started yesterday. His channel he's formed yesterday, so now. Yeah, I don't bring anybody up here unless they've been in the chat for at least several months, or I've been seeing them in other people's chat for several months.
You should have a YouTube channel for more than 2 days too before you want to go up on people's panels.
People come up on panels and they're a wanker and shit like that. So
yeah. We've had some bad experiences. So it's unless I've seen somebody around for a while, and I've seen it or I've seen them on other people's channels, I don't bring them up here.
Well, okay.
All right, Steph, as far as Generac and generators and stuff, one of the things that I want to get the natural gas in here, into the house at least, so I can have an outlet on the back side of the house so I can use my tri-fuel Furman generator. It runs natural gas, propane, or gasoline.
Yeah, same with this one that we've got.
If I have natural gas here, boom, I got my electric covered in case the power goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never run fuel.
Yeah, we're gonna move. In case you don't know, WD, we're gonna move to a location that's not too far from here, and one of the first things is I'm gonna get an electrician in and run a completely separate circuit for the garage for all these machine tools, and I'll ask him how much it would cost to put up a generator up to the main circuit board. Well, I think that's all just going to have to be taken step by step by step. You can't do it all at once.
Right.
I'd also like to get a circuit of 220 because I've got a plasma cutter, and I can run the plasma cutter on 110, but
220 is nice for a kiln too.
Yeah, almost anything. Yeah.
Well, our well is 220, and our generator does the well, but My problem was I don't have any I'm pretty remote. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen my videos. I live surrounded by Mount Hood National, but I don't have fuel lines like Gil would have. So I'm always doing gas cans, like 5-gallon cans. So
I got it. Yeah.
Kind of more of a, you've got like nat gas in the ground, and you don't mess with it. I mean, I guess you could fill it up or with diesel or gas or whatever it is, but and we use I've got 3 generators, different sizes and different applications, but I always just use the 5-gallon cans. I have like 12 of them. I get 60 gallons still on the ground when I need it.
Yeah. If I could afford it, I'd get a generator and hook it up to the natural gas that's in the house, the new house over there. Just run it right off natural gas, or they'll all run. Almost all of them now will run off of propane, natural gas, and gasoline. So, but this generator is my son's. So I don't know how many years he's going to stay with us. He might, go off on his own, take his generator with him. So.
Yeah. Generators aren't too bad. I mean, you can get a really, nice one for under $1,000 easily. If you shop around.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I would like to do also is to try to find a 250, 500 gallon propane tank on a trailer. That way, I can, because it's on a trailer, it can be closer to the building and stuff. And I don't have to have it so far away. But worst comes to worst, if we have to, leave this area, hey, we got, we got almost a year's worth of propane to take with us wherever we're going to go. But it also works. It also works great where, as far as if I have to put the shop on propane heat in there, whatever, I can just run get a 20 foot propane hose and just run it over to the shop and hook it off the trailer. Plus, I can just take it down to the place and get it refilled down there a lot cheaper than having them come out to fill it up.
Yeah. Okay, well, to go back to Idaho's thing with Generac, down here in Florida, it's saying general installation costs can even be $3,000 for a typical install, low price. And then complex can be from $5,000 to $12,000. Typical install, it says it goes up to $5,000, so it can go all the way up to $12,000 just to install it.
Yeah.
And the generator prices, of course, go by kilowatts. 7 kilowatts being the lowest. That's $2,000 average price, and then 30 plus kilowatts about $12,000. So they have everything from 7 to 30 on this list.
I see.
Yeah, so it goes up according to kilowatt. But yeah, that's.
I believe I told you guys about how when my son bought that generator, I made a deal with him. I said, "Yeah, we can have a generator, we can run it, but but it's going to go for the refrigerator at nighttime. Shut that thing off, get it under cover, and lock it up." Because there's one guy down the street here, he's got a generator hooked up to his whole house, and we got power failure. This guy stands out for miles. I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
Yeah.
I want to look just like
Target.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. I just want to look just like the neighbors.
Well, one of the problems, you guys have all kinds of guns, but we had with power outages is people just walking right up to your house because they know you don't have any burglar alarm on anymore. And especially in Florida, we have a bunch of sliders. Yay.
Yeah.
That's what the puppies are for.
Yeah, that's what coffee and sit up all night. I've had to do that back in 2020 when the riots were going on, and they cut down a bunch of power poles and just sit there and wait till the sun comes up or whatever.
That's why Roscoe's in the backyard. He's the.
Thank you.
Yeah, my wife brought 3 packages of these up here this time.
What's that?
What are they?
Hang on a second. I'm gonna make myself big so don't freak out, people. Total block out.
Nice.
Oh, curtain.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
good
I get it.
insulation for the winter and the summer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see here. Two panels, 52 inches by 84 inches.
Nice thermal panels. I like them.
Yeah.
We have those in my mom's room. Same kind of type.
What a world we live in, guys. My wife just said she's leaving work now, and I tell her bring your friends. That's her 9. What a world we live in now. Where she has to carry a 9mm with her everywhere she goes. It just sucks, man. Get me out of here. I don't know. You're probably not familiar with it there, WD, but yeah, we got a couple more nieces left over in the Philippines to educate, and then that's going to be a few more years, and then we're out of here, and they'll take care of us. That's the Filipino way, is they'll take care of us into our retirement, That's what we're waiting for. God almighty, man.
We've been here our whole lives. I really like where we live. I like the rain because I've grown up with. I'm not I can't do the South, but my wife wants to move because of the politics. She's always wanted to go Wyoming, but Wyoming is like the tundra.
It is.
It's scary remote, and
yeah,
older. Things are starting to slow down. Where's the local hospital? That kind of stuff. But
yeah.
No, I get it.
Hey, WD. Every now and then, one of the houses around here goes up for sale. This area here of Idaho is not bad because if you go south about 20 minutes, you hit the one regional medical center. You go north 20 minutes, you hit the other regional medical center.
Yeah. I've been through your area quite a few times. I've told you because my daughter moved to Colorado. She lives up in the Rockies, and we drive through your kind of south of you, but I gotta have trees. I've just gotten used to being in the forest. I just gotta have trees.
Okay, south of us, a little bit farther south. Do you follow Red Poppy Ranch?
Mm-hmm.
Heath and I just forgot her name now. Heath and Cedar. All right, they have down there. They have 84 acres. And he's clearing more trees out to try to make it more usable. He's leaving trees there, but he's clearing areas out so he can have pasture with trees for cattle. He's got a lot of trees down there, maple trees.
I like McCall, Idaho is one of my favorites. But man, it's like, all the millionaires from Boise have houses up there. So it's kind of unattainable. But
WD, is this your channel with Bigfoot stuff on it?
Yeah, I've only got like 3 or 4 videos right now just because
okay.
I say I went OPSEC. I had like 450 videos.
Wow. You took that many off? Wow.
I did too, Carol. I got a couple hundred. I put them on private.
Yeah.
Most of mine, if I take them down, I don't put them on private. I put it on, what's it called? Unlisted. Because you still keep the all your watch hours credit on it, and but people can't find it unless they have the link already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's almost like private, So someone comes in, hey, do you understand about this? You can send them the link to that one video, and then they can watch it.
You can go in and change it, and then send the video. I've done that a couple times for a few trusted people.
Yeah,
but to me, I don't care about the watch hours and the Google money. I don't care.
Yeah,
I just do this for a hobby,
I only have 486 subs, so I'm not getting money in.
I just sub to yours, and I've been out Bigfooting before. I did that for a long time. Yeah.
Most of my videos, I had a lot of stuff on with gardening and the homesteading because I think truly have a homestead. We have tractor and the whole 9 years, but
cool.
I also do goofy videos for my buddies at work because all my friends at work are always, texting me, put up another, they like the stupid videos. I think it's, they're so desensitized to bad stuff that they like laughing. So I ramp stuff up.
Yeah, I get it.
Goofy for them.
All right. I'm gonna try a different view on this. Just hang on a second. A little bit narrower but bigger. I don't know if it's better, guys.
Woo. We're bigger now on YouTube.
It looks better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know how you did it, but it's cool.
It's on that narrow view that down below.
Oh.
Because there's more than 3 of us up here, it looks like it's looking a little bit better.
You could probably look into buying like a log truckload of logs there, Gil, and just pile them out in your field and just work on them, at your own will there.
I got something better coming up this spring. The guys that I get the firewood from, they also run a tree removal service. I was talking to the guy, and he goes, I said, I'm thinking about cutting these trees, topping them by half, because they were topped that way years and years and years ago. You can see where the growth, where it was chopped and the growth up off of it. He goes, yeah, we can do that. Damn, but you won't be buying firewood from us next year. Okay, yeah. So he's I'm gonna get with him next spring, and they're gonna come in, and all the cottonwood trees, I think there's like 9 of them out there. Cut it, top them halfway up. So that'll give me about 25 feet of wood they're going to take off of it. And even at that point, some I can't reach around at that height. That's still that big around.
I'm curious.
It burns up pretty quick, doesn't it? Isn't it a soft wood?
Yeah, it's a softwood.
It's a softwood, but
it burns. It burns. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if it burns hot, then I don't have to stoke it as much. It burns hot. Okay, yeah, all right. Let it just sit there and gets the house hot.
Gil and WD, do you guys have to have a permit to cut wood there?
I own my own timberland, so no.
Okay.
But if you go to the Forest Service, you have to buy a permit. I think it's like $10. But the problem is it's so far up into the woods that the fuel would be cost prohibitive. How much can a truck bring back? A cord or 2 at a time, So for me, and I'm sure for Gil, it's about production. You got to have some serious cords to get through a winter. I can't mess around with like a half cord here, half cord there. I got to have like cords stored. Or we're gonna be cold.
When I was growing,
go ahead, Bob.
Oh, when I was growing up, there was families that I grew up with. They would have a log truck bring in a whole load of logs, drop them. They would work on that as a family and split it up for winter. That's the way they did it here.
Well, you guys probably remember when you were kids, you could just drive up in the woods and drop trees like without too much restriction. But now, cray. And then they have these red days where you can't even have a fire unless it's your primary heat. And that's like, for the city out here, no drive around and see. We literally start the fire here because it's getting cold. It doesn't go out for like 7 months. The stove just it keeps going.
Yeah. When I lived at the north rim of the Grand Canyon, we'd get a permit and we'd go up there, but the permit was for dead trees only. And we paid $5 for the permit, and we could take as many of them as we want. Mm-hmm. And so we just go up there and we cut the good pines up there, and we would, the ones that you see, they were dying or dead enough, and so they were dry enough and already ready to go. And we just cut a bunch of them, bring it back in. It was interesting. We had a small potbelly stove, and so you couldn't put a bunch of wood into it, but what we put in there kept that house hot.
Yeah.
So I've got all mine taken apart right now. I cleaned up the pipes and everything.
Yeah, Tibor, well, I mean, it's instead of just using screws in that slider track through the door frame, put the holes in, and my dad would use a nail that he had taken the point off of and
a pin
and put it through. It made a pin for it.
Yep.
I was just thinking, like with your idea, Tibor, I would just do it at the top if I have the space to do it. I get what you're saying because I have the 3-door one on one of them. Just in the back of my house, I have 3 sliders.
I think if I was going to do something like that, I'd probably put a notch, if I can file a notch into the nail or whatever I'm using, so that when it goes into that hole that you've drilled, because you're going to have to drill the hole, it'll have a notch to sit down into. So if they try to shake the door, all it's going to do is get hung up in that little notch on that nail.
The other thing to do, don't drill the hole straight in.
Yeah.
Drill it down so you're drilling down at an angle so it naturally just stays in place.
Just keep in mind where the glass.
I'd be afraid to do that. The angle, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be much of an angle, just a little bit of an angle.
Okay.
Just a little bit,
so they can't shake it out. You mean?
Yes.
Okay.
As it shakes, it just stays right there.
Yeah. My biggest thing would be the vibration, like how to do it without messing with the glass that's in that door. I'd be afraid. So afraid of crack.
If you're in the as long as you stay up in the framework, you just do the drill. If you do a small hole first to make sure you're not hitting anything, and then you drill the next size up or whatever, so you get to the size of pin you want to put in there.
Yeah, do it small up to the size. That makes sense. Yeah, less shocking to it. Yeah, T-Boy, that's a great idea. Thanks for the reminder, because we have secondary locks, but they're not going to keep us from that.
You don't have
with the lifting.
Florida? You don't have bars on windows?
No. That's Miami. That's Hialeah.
All the videos of houses in Florida, everybody's got, the bars on every window,
Well, I'll tell you, our house overseas already has them built in, but the new house that we've got, I can cut and weld, and I'll buy bed frames, and I'm going to make my own bars. And when we go on vacation, go overseas, screw them to the frames on the inside of the house and lock the door and go.
Like in Mexico, you'll see the little broken glass on top of the fence tops. They'll put it in the cement. So it's like,
that's overseas. Oh yeah, you can do anything you want. Constantina wire, razor ribbon, broken glass, nails, everything. And if somebody comes over your fence, kill them. And the police come pick up the body and take it away. Seriously, that's just no.
That's cool.
Yeah, just kill them. Open up on them.
T-Boy, is that what you are? Are you a retired LEO, or were you ever a barrister? Lawyer? Just wondering.
Did you say barrister?
Like a tax lawyer.
Well, yeah. I was looking on Amazon for these spring-loaded landing gear pins. They have a check ball in them with a pin, and you can put it through the main landing gear and nose landing gear to down. It's called a down lock pin. Something like that would be perfect for a sliding glass door, because it won't come out unless you push a plunger down, then pull it out. But I can't seem to find any. Spring-loaded pull pin, 3/8-inch shank. That's pretty big for a slider for $14.
So then, T-Boy, you're saying like my back one, it would have to be on top and one down on the side.
I know a T-Boy.
Middle.
Up a door and pull it out of the track, and you cut the door off the track most of the time, or line it up on a notch. But my mom used to have wood bar.
That's what we would do. That's right, the wood bar. I forgot about that. Yeah, 2x4. My dad would have a 2x4. And
you got to do that. Worried about the flexing that door out of that, because that track's very.
I'll show you what I got in my. I've got some walnut down in the track right now, and I'll show you what else I use. I'll be right back. I swear by these things.
So I live way out in the sticks, built our house, and the only thing I wish I would have done was beefed up the doors, because we have this glass window right next to the dang door that's, you just pop, break that up.
Oh yeah, one of those doors.
But I've got 100-yard long driveway, no gates on it.
Oh well.
Good
luck to them.
I don't like to see anybody. Who are you? It's not going to be a good day.
Yeah, you'd see them long before they came up to your door with glass in it.
Hopefully. I mean, the gate would rattle. They say bad guys usually take the easiest convenient way, which would be the driveway. They could hike through the woods and try and come around to the woods, but we have Roscoe in the back that always barks, but he always barks at every deer. So you kind of, oh, Roscoe's barking. I might look, I might not. Just don't know if barks.
Yeah, my mom's house had one sliding glass door on it, and we built a porch room off the house for it, so that we could secure it without having to worry about the sliding glass door to just be it'd be like an interior door after we got done.
These ain't foolproof, but we have those even for our bedroom doors. They go up underneath your doorknob, and you can adjust them in all the way out up close.
I've seen those.
And I have on all of our doors. The sliders got one, the front door, and our bedrooms. All of them have got one of these things.
My son might need it on the other side of the door. Once he gets his room back, that would might need it. Oh, Steph says she has those for her doors. I guess what you just showed. Oh, Tibor, our best man worked for Wackenhut. He was armed. He was a former ranger and worked for them until he had a fall on one of the bikes, and it hurt his spine so bad he had to go in for like a fusion. It was a shame.
Jeez.
But I'm sure his back was kind of out of whack from jumping when he was a ranger.
I also think kind of the area, like probably, I'm picturing his area is probably not too crime-ridden. I'm not sure about.
No, I mean our biggest crimes here in our area is a dog getting out without his leash and running around, and or one of the people, somebody getting right now there's a 3-dog limit per residence.
Really?
And someone getting because they had someone had like 15 dogs at their house, and they were barking all the time. And so the city said, no, because everyone in the city was complaining. So they passed an ordinance, 3-dog limit. Anybody have any complaints about a 3-dog limit? Nobody complained. And that's what. No,
that's awful, Idaho. Do you have like a ring doorbell, or do you have any stuff out there now that you think that so you can catch them?
I don't know.
She has neighbors that might be a little too nosy. But she was saying that at house robbery was bad there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a roll up, the old roll ups. Ours is a roll up though too, but we have a lock that we go whoop, and it's all hurricane proof. So
get this, that Bobcat's back. When I was putting that thing on a slider, I heard him grab another rabbit right in the front on my front porch.
Oh my gosh!
And so I opened the garage door to see if I could see him, and
he knows you're a cat person.
And I was looking that side of the house down there, and I saw a pair of eyeballs pull back onto my front porch. That's all right. I got a 590 right there and a 45. So don't come in the building, dude. Don't come in the building.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, he got another rabbit.
That'll be something to move to the new house.
He just got another rabbit, so he's just doing what he does,
Yeah, it's a hungry little beast.
Idaho girl.
I wonder if it's
in Idaho girl.
Oh wow. So if the internet goes out, she loses. That's awful.
Yeah.
Well, you need all those little ding dong things that Bob talks about. The driveway alarms.
Driveway alarms. I swear by those things, man.
Which one do you use, Bob? I just want to look into one of those just because.
They're all about the same, but they're battery operated, and they work the best if you point the transmitter at a solid surface that no leaves or anything. They're all about the same. I've used them for years, man. They keep the junkies away from the house, or at least it gives you forewarning.
Yeah, I think that's great. Like for my porches, that's a great idea.
Yep.
plus yards, do you think, transmit?
I'm not sure what their range is, but I can have one on the front porch of the house and it will chime inside the garage here. Goes right through walls or up on the second floor. I'm going to message Mrs. and Bobcat is back.
Is it a Dakota Alert?
I get them. You can get them at Harbor Freight. You can get them on Amazon. There's different types, and let me look at the ones.
There's a mansion up the road. I swear to God, it's a mansion. Because some of our farmers have apparently been here for years and made a pretty good living. But when the UPS or somebody comes up through the driveway, and I can hear it on the scanner on the MERS channel, and it's clear as day. It's like something on Zone A or something like that. Like robotic female voice.
Oh.
And it's funny because I've heard some people go, "Oh, well, that's interesting. Wonder where Zone A is."
Yeah, I was just thinking
the walkie-talkies, and they hear this, they're like, but it's a Dakota Alert because they left the tag on it, and it says Dakota Alert. Like, I guess it's supposed to be some kind of prestige thing, if you leave the tag on something like that. But
I found them here on Amazon.
I found these. Aren't they cute?
What?
Driveway alarms. Look, you can change them.
I can't see them.
They're little owls.
Yeah. I've never used those. The ones I've used are just white, and they have 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Those are about $30, and they'll last at least 2 years. But I've got a metal shop, so I can make a hood for them and camouflage them and all that stuff. And get some of those, man. I don't know about those other fancy schmancy ones. Those white ones. Yeah, that's the ones I've used for years. Yeah.
Okay.
Back when my stalker was creeping around, and that kept him away from looking through the windows.
Okay, all my pop-ups.
Chipper, have you had a good luck with the Harbor Freight one?
This one is $7.
I have. All of them at Harbor Freight last a couple years. Anything made in China is about the same.
I'll check your code later.
Most electronics made in China lasts about 2 years, and no matter what you buy, Yeah, those are good. Those are really good.
Yeah.
What I did, Carol, is like, there's Mrs. is I wrote on the transmit or on the receiver, front porch, side porch, whatever. So that when one chimes, and if I don't catch because they come with a light that flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I tried to coordinate, like the one that was on the front porch was on this side, because I would draw my attention over. Someone's on the front porch, or whatever. It's simple. You figure it out. Well, she says I better have the door open and wait for her. She's going to be nervous.
This house I was talking about has special windows too. And the only way I found out was a friend of mine was curious about it because they couldn't place it in their head, because they used to live in this area. They couldn't place it in their head where the house was. So across the street at the stop sign, I took a picture of it. All the windows showed up white.
Oh.
Like they had, as if they had some kind of film on the windows to block cameras or whatever. You actually cannot see through those windows at all. And they have no curtains that I can tell.
Wow.
So they have some kind of film, and it turns white when you take a picture.
That's weird.
So they really like the privacy there.
They're filming porn. Don't be fooled.
That's probably how they made their money.
We had a window.
Just kidding. I have no idea.
But it was 2 glass, and they filled the center with argon gas, and you would flip a switch, and it would instantly. You couldn't see through the window. You could flip the switch off, and then.
Oh yeah.
So it would enter gone, and it would just completely.
Yeah, they use this for bathrooms down here as like a, thing in restaurants. Like, come see our bathroom that is actually clear, but then it's not when you go to the bathroom.
Cool. And that was, 20 years ago, so I'm sure the technology's probably got something even cooler now.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? I unplugged my headset. Test.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
555.
Yeah, I want to just keep the door open. Mrs. is going to be she survived a civil war, but a bobcat scares the crap out of her.
I don't blame her. It's an animal.
She's just not familiar with this kind of wildlife, you know, growing up in a big city.
Yep.
Cool.
It honestly feels
This
colder.
is the saddest little banana I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness. Is that a banana?
It's a tiny banana, yeah.
What'd you do to it?
The way it came out. Yeah, it's one of the tiny bananas.
Oh, one of the little ones. Yeah, right.
Full banana.
You can do that and get away with it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah. These came out with bacon bananas this time. Sorry.
All right. Let me see if I can add this back in here. There you go.
Oh wow, massive amount.
$35 black, so they don't stand out, and it has 38 different chimes on the receiver.
Cool.
So you stick them all over the.
I may right with my bananas.
$35. That's not bad. And also let me know if there's a bobcat walking around the house too.
Yeah, maybe.
So are they good reviews or $35 kind of seems like a scary price, you know?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good for all of those. The one that I was just looking at was only 2, and it was 35.
Yeah, the other one here was this one here was $32 for 2 of them, $27, and these same company. Both these here are the same company.
Oh, weird.
One by one.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it may be the same company that makes it, but who's selling it?
Yeah, Chinese.
Yeah. Oh, this is a limited. Oh, this is a limited deal. Yeah. So this is dropped down.
Mm-hmm.
This one is down from 45 to 27. This is the one that has the light on it.
Yeah, I just found one for $24.99.
They're probably trying to move old stock out.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
They might have something newer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them will try to move the old stuff as fast as they can, and they'll spring something new. It's got a higher price.
Yeah. This other one's $39.99. That marked down to 32, but then you can also use. It also has a coupon you can, add in there for another $7 off.
I'm just gonna put up the owls because they'll go, oh, aren't those so cute? And they'll put their face right in my camera.
Yeah. But there's and some of these here are solar powered, so you got to figure out what you want to do with it. There's a.
Oh, that's awful, Idaho. I'm sorry. She lost her camera.
I did get a couple because we bought a travel trailer. We go camping pretty remotely, and I wouldn't mind putting a couple, if we're backed into a camp, and put them out, like somebody would drive by on the road or something.
Yeah.
Give you
Who's talking about the Dakota Alert? I just found it here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the. There we go. Dakota Alert, wireless driveway system.
Oh, it's the one you roll over and it goes bing bong.
Yeah, it has a 50-foot of direct burial cable, and then sends the message off.
Very cool. We have concrete though, so it won't work. Concrete.
Well, if you got one of those in the concrete, if you already have the expansion joint in there, you can lay the wire down in the expansion joint and put that self-leveling sealer over it, so it protects it.
Cool.
Also, Dakota Alert has a one that uses the same technology as the doors at a supermarket when you walk up to it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
It's an electric eye, They have that also. So there's just one unit here and one unit here.
Yeah,
across here.
on a post. Usually, I've seen
And they
that.
break the beam, then it sends a signal across to the receiver.
I've seen those in nicer neighborhoods down there, the canals and the
That's
waterways.
what they have out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this 50-foot burial thing. Driveway's 44 feet wide. So hey, it'll that would work perfect across my driveway. I have to open see what more information it says about it here. So
Amazon should take anything back within 30 days, Idaho, and you can, if you have a Kohl's nearby, you can drop it off, and Kohl's will give you like a $5 coupon or $10 coupon on using store just for doing that, for using them for some reason. I hope you can get your money back.
I thought Kohl's was a clothing store.
It is, but in the back they have an Amazon returns desk.
yeah.
Amazon puts them in other places too, but we went in there and they gave us like a coupon.
Oh, she said it's way over 3 months.
Oh, shoot. Well, then maybe just check the seller, see how that long they guarantee.
Yeah, sometimes if you do it and you explain the situation to them, if you get the right service rep, they'll take care of you, and or whatever, or they just may approve the return.
Yeah, I hope so.
Or replacement.
Hope so.
My weather cam that I used to shoot some of the outdoor footage out towards the valley is actually one of many. It's USB type security cameras, so they're not sending a signal out to the anybody with the right software can break it, but with the USB you don't have to worry about it, and just run to a computer. The computer takes care of all the rest of it. So,
yeah, as far as those driveway alarms, you don't really have to get anything expensive. Those inexpensive ones, I used them for years and they work well.
Yeah,
work pretty well. I swear by them, really.
yeah, right there. That's the yard cam right there. Which
I told Mrs. about the bobcat, and she goes, "Well, maybe it's someone's pet."
maybe in Florida.
He's pet. He's not feeding them very well. He's eating all the rabbits.
Come in knocking off the rabbits. Poor rabbits.
I agree with Tibor. Browning rifles used to be amazing, and I haven't played with Browning new rifles lately, but it used to be good stuff. But I can see their trail cams with their name on them, and they're not backing them. Then I agree with them.
I wouldn't trust a trail cam back here in my woods. So it wouldn't last a week without somebody going back there and taking it. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got a.
And I'm not gonna pay for those.
Well, that would happen here too.
Or 4G either. So.
Well, what you do is you get the little fakey trail cams. And you set them up down low, and then up in the tree higher, aiming down at it, you set the real one, and then you find out who's stealing the fakey ones.
Yeah. Right. Oh, this is what my neighbors have, and I want to try it. The Blink video doorbell. Has anybody tried that one?
Yeah, we're going to get some of those for our new house.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they pushed back the closing date until Wednesday. It was going to be Monday, so I got to wait until Wednesday.
Wait a minute. I just realized it's Alexa. I don't necessarily know Alexa.
Are you getting a new house now, Bob?
Yeah.
Did you lock into a good rate, I hope?
Yeah, good enough.
Good.
We're just going to get out of here because we're right in the drug path. We're moving a little farther out and live there for a few years till we get the nieces educated, and then we're out.
Wow. Ring has one too. I'll do the ring. Sorry, I'm listening. Excuse me.
Care about your, your investment in your house. It's like, they just let these neighborhoods go to downhill, and it's like people run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we already have the house over in the Philippines, so even if we lose a little money on this one, oh well, we're gone. We're out of here. U.S. dollar is like 55 pesos to one right now, something like that. So can't lose.
Mm.
Just on my bowling pension, we'll live really well.
I know I'm getting my wood stove put back up tomorrow. Whew, freezing now.
Oh,
The
wow.
electric heater is not cutting it. And I'm sure Intercounty, huh?
You're in Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
and you have the heat on now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
Wow.
let's see here.
Oh,
There's a road.
Kentucky's mountainous. That's why you go up in the higher elevations, the temperature starts dropping.
Yeah.
48 degrees feels like 46.
I refuse to start our first fire until at least, I'm hoping, a couple weeks into October. I just cannot mentally start the fire.
We did not expect this. We really didn't expect it to get cold like this so soon.
Well, this could be the fake first winter.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks you'll have last summer, and you'll be back up to 80 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting too, boy. I could totally see one of my nephews breaking into the old house where my parents were. Mm-hmm.
You have more to fear from someone who lives right next door than you do of anybody else.
Yeah, nice.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Why do you think I included that lot above me? I don't want anyone renting that. I'm buying where I live and the one behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I don't have to worry about it. It's just,
your own neighbors will rip you off.
Mm-hmm.
See you at church on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll bet you will. You stole all the gas out of my gas tank, didn't you, you son of a bitch? You know?
Steal from you all week and say Hail Mary on the weekends.
Well,
I had spent $50 to fill up 2 5-gallon cans the other day, or yesterday. $50 for 2 5 gas cans.
We're at $2.99, I think, right now.
We're at $5 a gallon.
That's ridiculous. I mean, we did get up there close to. We got pretty close. No, actually, yeah, back the end of last winter and then into first part of summer, we were close to $5 a gallon. I know kerosene was $5 a gallon because I was like, okay, I'm not buying kerosene this year. Screw that.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
Gil, what's the price of fuel for you?
Crap. Diesel is at 5. Regular gas. Shoot, what was it? 349. No, 340. Sorry, 449.
Bob,
hang on, just give me a second. I'm finding out real quick because Costco is what everything around here is pretty much matching Costco or slightly higher. Costco Idaho Falls.
Bob, are you at $5 a gallon there too? I don't think he has his headphones.
Okay. Okay. The Costco price here for regular is $3.94. The premium is $4.29, and the diesel is $4.69.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was right. $2.99 a gallon.
We're $5 a gallon. $5.49. And that's at the cheapest place I know.
You broke up a bit, WD.
I just was saying, in Oregon, it's $5 a gallon for unleaded up at the cheapest place I could find, and $5.49 for diesel. And
I
food
did
is
look up-
getting really terrible. Food is no joke anymore either. It's like,
Yep.
dang.
We used to order in when my mom was doing better, and oh my goodness, I couldn't get over how much it would cost sometimes. Different places down here was going up so much, and they really weren't passing it all on yet.
Yeah, so this is the from Gas Buddy, and this was 7 hours ago for these prices. Which is, but when my wife came in from California, the price difference between regular and premium was like $1 coming across. So through Nevada and stuff, it was just ridiculous.
Well, BJ's is closed. I can't give you that price, but Exxon is about $3.36 regular. Shell is $3.50. And the racetrack has it at $3.35. Marathon $3.42, all regular, a gallon. Thank you, DeSantis.
Is that by zip code you go by? Or?
Zip.
Go.
Actually, no, I went by my city. My city. But that's what Charlie, I think Chris was trying to say about he's going to wipe out gas taxes in Florida.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm reading the side chat here. Tibor saying put a thread across to, a tripwire thing. Dude, think about it. Most people can't even remember to lock their goddamn doors. Who's going to actually go out and put a thread? I mean, think about it. Most people are so lazy and so undisciplined, they can't even remember to lock the doors on their car.
I don't know why it's not showing diesel prices, but
Yeah, Gas Buddy is pretty good at finding the prices for around your area.
That's what I'm looking at. But for some
we
reason,
used that when we left the area for that other hurricane that was supposed to come up the middle. I can't remember the name of it.
Do you have to zip code, Gil, or do you just type in the city?
I just typed in for when I wanted to know, I typed in the Costco gas prices, and Gas Buddy is one of the things that came up, and it said that actually Costco is the cheapest for all of Idaho Falls right now.
So you put it in by city, though. You type in Idaho Falls instead of zip codes.
Yeah, I just typed in Idaho, and on Google search I typed in Idaho Falls Costco, and it brought up Costco, and then it had Gas Buddy, and then Gas Buddy said Costco is the cheapest in Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
Hey, Stuart, how's it going? Yeah. All right, we're coming up on 1 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, dark 30.
Yeah. And we got 11 people in here. Thank you, 11 people, for hanging with us.
Hey, Stuart. What's up?
What do we got here?
Have to use the cell phone.
This is definitely a graveyarder. She likes the graveyard shift.
Yeah, I worked second shift for 22 years. These are my normal hours here,
Yeah, mine too. I like wings and graves. You can see everything.
Yeah.
I was an art major, always in the studio in cute outfits. Cute outfits. Yeah. I wore cute outfits. That was important.
I don't doubt
Important
that.
to my story.
Really tight, curvy, and colored pictures.
No, well, just cute artsy, outfits. That's maybe some tie dye,
I was hoping to get some snaps of you being like a Thailand ledge dancer or something. Got anything like that?
No, I only danced for like once because of tequila, like that. With my clothes
Tequila!
Where's a table? I need to dance on a table. Thank God it was stable. I wasn't at that moment.
I love ledge dancers.
Yeah, for the last 15 years so that I worked, my starting time was 4:00 in the morning.
You're welcome, Chipper. Chipper thanked us for the entertaining. He just pulled into his driveway. Do you have a driveway alarm?
He does. Brady said he has a
Bing,
Harbor
bing.
Work.
Oh, that's right. He's the one who said that in the side chat.
I'm just gonna put the cat on here. Just gonna take a nap because he seems to want.
Go live with one of my cats. Here's my PayPal link. Go live with one of my trained cats.
You're a turd, aren't you?
No, a cute turd.
Yeah.
Snuggles.
All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up here now.
There's
We've
a
had
cat shows
fun.
at your end.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Well, thank you, Gail.
Yeah. And it's double check. I'm just reading there what Idaho.
That's terrible.
Idaho was saying, but yeah. Kitchen.
You don't have any family that would do that, do you? Because it was
Sewing
your mom and
machines.
dad's stuff and ancestor stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Big baby.
Oh, that cat is just needing love.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All righty. So, Carol, you doing your Friday tomorrow night?
I think so. Well, it depends on if I have a kid shooting poo still and how my mother's doing, in that situation. How it intermingles or doesn't.
Yeah.
I would rather live in isolation like I've been for the last few years than the kids shooting poop. I'm just putting it out there for you. I love you, honey, but I'd rather just, live alone. Okay.
It's like 3 PJ bottoms later.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
And double diapered for it, too.
Yeah. I've been there.
I was glad to see the nurse's aide today, is all I can say, because, got mom got kid pooing. Then he was throwing up. Yeah. It was active day today. God bless, though. I came out at just the right time where I heard, and I went, and ran into the kitchen sink.
Does he have the flu?
He has a sinus infection, and they gave him Omnicef, and they did it instead of doing 2 doses. They made 1. It was too strong for his system, and it just, wiped
Evacuate
it.
everywhere.
Evacuate, exactly. Get this out of me. But it did take out some stuff where in the sink I was like, yeah, that was a sinus infection. That was in his tummy already. So he already had an upset stomach from all the sinus drainage. And then, the blowout antibiotic was a bit too much. So anyway, yes, it's all based on if I have shooting poo going on in my house tomorrow. Whether Friday will continue.
Thank God my kids are grown up.
Prayers for no shooting poo.
Oh, well, I will pray. And I will pray over this Imodium as well. For good measure.
Poor kid can't even take that. It's like right on the directions. Not to. Anyway.
All righty, folks. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. And remember, keep an eye out on California, because whatever happens there might be coming your way.
Yep.
Oh, and Courtney's thing, 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, 12 o'clock Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is the Blue Ribbon canning thing on White Family Farm. So check that out. And we're coming in. We're working our way into wintertime. Plan ahead. Get ready for it. All right. See y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Wave